Yeah. Is any of your other close family or relatives still about?
Well, you could find a couple in the nearby area or over in Gnomehold.
Do they also go by the name of Kadri?
Uh, yeah, not really. I didn't have any sons, you see. No one carried on the family name after my daughter died.
I see. Alright, well, sorry to bother you then.
It's no bother, dear. Stop in again. I do quite enjoy the company.
Will do. I had one question though before I go. Is there anyone that watches over the area for you? You know, the darker nights and whatnot?
Well, we just kind of keep an eye on each other around here. I should be fine, I think.
Alright then. Well, you have a great night then.
You too, Sonny, and if you ever need more tea leaves, just stop by.
I will certainly do that.
Nice man, nice man. She just gently closes the door.
Well, Atlas, am I losing my mind here?
Kind of seems like it. A lot of freaky shit happens in Gnome Hall.
Yeah.
Atlas? Are you there, Atlas?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think's going on? Did was I dating a ghost or was someone?
Oh, you were dating now, were you? Yeah. I think you went on like one date.
Hey,
I think
It was a good date, though.
I think you
That
were
was a
just
horrible
talking to a senile. I think you were just talking to a senile old woman.
Oh, that's rather sad.
And
I don't think when you go senile, it makes you think that your loved ones are dead. It usually makes them think that they're alive. Usually,
eh,
you forget things, not just make up new ones. So, should we go visit maybe one of our neighbors? See what they might say.
you can if you want. I'm going back.
Alright, then, well, off with you then.
Bye.
And then just Alice just
Bye.
fades into the background. Yeah. Alright, so you want to go over to her neighbours?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's a bit of a high. It is a farming sort of village, so they're spread out a little bit to make room for their fields and such. But you know, you walk down the dirt track, whoever shows up next, and it's quite similar sort of setup to that farm, just with a bit more of a family presence as you hear the laughter and sounds of children as you get close, and immediately the barking of the dog that you notice. And yeah, by comparison to you, this dog is huge. It's easily taller than you at the shoulder. Some sort of breed of large mastiff. Starts barking his approach, and then a gnomish fella kind of steps out of the door, looks around, and walks up to meet you on the path. You know, "Hey, old friend, what brings you here?"
Hello there. I was hoping to ask you a couple questions about your neighbor down the way there, the Cadre. Are you familiar with their family at all?
Of course, you know they've been neighbours for nigh on perhaps 5 generations now.
Yeah, this is a funny question, but I'm looking to track down some identity thieves, perhaps. There. Uh, do uh, do you know about the Tafor Kadri's daughter, Tafor Kad?
And he just like gives a little laugh. So you're gonna have to narrow it down just a little bit more than that, son. That family's been calling the firstborn daughter Tafor since I knew him.
Well, the current Tafor that's living in the house right now. Do you know about her daughter that supposedly passed away a wee?
Oh yeah, we sort of went to school together with that one. But yeah, she caught a cough and died near on 20 years ago, and just left a little daughter behind.
Ah. I think
You
I
said
get
it left a daughter behind.
Well, she carried on the tradition and had a firstborn daughter herself. I think it's something weird with their genetics. It's always the first one out's always a girl, and they always call her Tafor. Yeah, lovely little lass, dark hair, bright, vibrant eyes. Wasn't much of a farmer though. She left town pretty much as soon as she could walk. Saw her again not long
Okay.
ago, perhaps a week or two. Attended old Pap's funeral. Good man, that.
Oh, okay.
Good
Yeah.
man.
Okay, now it makes sense.
That's makes a lot more sense now.
So-
There was a bit of confusion going about Tafor Kadri dying and then people walking around using our names, but now it makes a lot more sense.
Glad I could solve that mystery for you. So, have you been walking long?
Walking along, no, that I guess just for a while now, not more than I don't know an hour. Why do you ask?
We're kind of travelers. If you want to stop in and have a drink and fortify yourself for further journey, or are you a local?
I'm a local to the area. You might know of Master Adrizu.
Only by name, and a couple of rumours about what's been happening of late with him. I heard he died.
It's well, this is a slight exaggeration. He's out and about right now, and he's got to move around a lot. You know, he's pretty busy these days. But yeah, I'd love to come in for a cup of tea, perhaps.
Well, sure, lead the way. Just best behaviour.
Is your dog friendly there?
Well, calling him a dog would be generous. I consider him more like a four-legged demon. It's best not to get too close.
Yeah, you got him on the leash there.
It's more of a forged chain, dwarven make, unbreakable. Trust me, if you just stay out of his reach, he'll do you no harm.
All right, I'll trust you on that one.
And yeah, this whole situation. As soon as the dude leaves the doorway, that dog's just stopped barking, but he's death staring you the whole time as well, and big tendrils of drool just pouring out of the big mastiff's mouth as he just stares you down. But the fella just takes the lead and says, "Well, come on, friend." Sticks out his hand and says, "The name's Balif."
Oh, nice to meet you. It's Corman Tea Leaf.
It was a little familiar name, but anyway, yeah, spot in and have the missus make us up a cuppa. Mind the wee ones, they might get underfoot, but just watch where you step. And he takes you in, and you just see run-of-the-mill family. It's him and his wife and two small children. You probably wouldn't peg them more than 5 at the oldest, and they're just running about being giggly idiots like kids do. Spot you a nice cup of tea. You know, it's all right, but you can do better. But it's not bad. If you want to have some small talk with Balif or anything else.
Yeah. It's So, is all your family farmers, or is there any other trades that you guys like to do?
Well, my son took up blacksmithing. Started by repairing the horseshoes and making nails, but found out he had a bit of a knack for it. And now I believe he forges swords for the kingdom.
Oh, that's wonderful. Really expanding out from the family there, huh? You got to be quite proud of him.
It would be better if he was forging plows instead, but I can't say I'm too keen on this whole war and bloodshed deal, or him being a part of it. But if that's
And what did you say his name was there?
my boy,
Hi.
call him Bale.
Ah, that's is he pretty busy with that, or do you know if he's like trying to moonlight some to get some extra pay in or anything like that?
Well, the main thing is the kingdom's sort of on contract. It's the same sort day in and day out. He's tried to branch out a little bit and learn some more of a master trade and make some personal unique items, but whether you got the time or money for that sort of setup, being a masterwork blacksmith does take a fair bit of capital. More than what little we can afford to help him with.
That's good to know. I suggest marking that down, since I'm not there to do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It was some lovely tea, and thank you for the meal. Where does your son work at in town? I'd love to be able to see some of his work, perhaps sometime.
Well, yeah, he's right in the centre at Ymir's tier, working in one of the armories.
Oh, he's all the way in the capital. That's quite impressive. He must be doing quite well for himself there.
He's earning a living. Doing what he can for the little ones.
It's quite honourable. You raised him well there. Well, I thank you very much for the tea, but I should probably best be going.
Fair enough. Yeah. Safe journeys to you.
And what did you say the name of his shop was?
It's no shop. He just works out of the Royal Armory.
Ah, okay.
Royal Armory it is.
But if you ask him around for Bale Gurn, perhaps someone can track him down.
Bale what?
Gurn.
Gurn? Gurn, like Gurn?
Gern.
Yeah,
That's our family name.
Lovely to meet you. I'll try and go and visit him sometime and give him your best wishes. There is any sort of message you'd like to.
Well, if you do run across him, tell him he's always welcome, and the little ones are growing up quick. So.
Alright, I'll pass along that message. You have a great evening.
Sounds like we have something to do now. To Mir's chair.
Think you guys have a couple of things to do.
Yeah, you're just getting up a long list of unfinished plot lines.
Is Taka here?
He's active.
He's working on it.
It's been half an hour, so maybe. Alright, so what do you guys want to do next? Now that
Who's
you've,
Nathaniel?
No idea.
process of elimination, shall we?
So, let's see.
Some dashing stranger.
So, things to finish up. There was the Ethan arc, which went nowhere. There's the lead box to figure out what to do with. Corwin still looking for some sort of guard for his tower. And is there anything else we can think of?
That's good. So,
Anyone?
Sounds.
yeah,
I'm
I can
not
think
there.
of a few things. But
I know.
well, out of character, yeah. So,
Sure, we can go try and meet up with Atlas. That's, I'm assuming, went off to some bar, or gambling
Yeah.
den of some kind somewhere.
yeah,
Just
he's
go
probably
around
lost
looking in
10
town
gold and picked up 3 dates. Yeah.
I haven't picked up a single date since I've gotten here.
Well, get on it.
You only really made the one effort there. And, yeah. It depends on what
Yeah,
sort of
that-
date you want. I mean, like every other major town in the history of civilization, there are women who will go on to dates with wealthy gentlemen for, as little
Yeah,
as a
didn't
free
you, like-
meal. But
Didn't you have like a grandfather or something that this went all on about, like wanting to? His dream was to get up into the dwarven lands there or something.
Yeah.
Yes, I shall fulfill his dream for him.
The legends say he still wishes to smash to this day in the afterlife.
well, if it's heaven, then
Yeah, not much going on there.
all right. So you want to
Well,
figure out what's going on with this lead box of yours, then, eh?
Unless Atlas wants to do something. Guess not, so yeah.
Hey!
Nah, I'm gonna try and smash.
Okay, if you want, yeah. While Corwin was off making friendly with neighbours, I can give you a general charisma check to see your smash rating.
Alright. Should I roll persuasion on top of that?
Yeah, you could probably do better than a 6. Okay, give me a persuasion roll then.
Damn! You must have been really stressed out from that plant, or you haven't showered yet from all the gross.
He's
Yeah,
got like some
Yeah, I know
guts
it's a-
over your shoulder, cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should
Howdy,
probably
Taka.
take. Yeah, I'm probably going to go take a bath.
yeah, like you go there with the intent to just hook up. Maybe it's just a reflection of the rather sudden and consecutive losses you've had of people you've tried to befriend of late, and I don't know, maybe you were just looking for a bit of distraction to put you back into your rhythm, but your groove has been thrown off horrendously of late, and you just can't stop tripping over your own tongue and stuttering into awkward silences. And though you come off as a alright sort of friendly little chap, you don't have the women fawning over you as you're usually capable of, and just figure you're not really into it at the moment. And yeah, just
Lost
wonder
me
what you're doing.
mojo.
Yeah, a little bit of mojo, rolling with a disadvantage on your mojo, I suppose, due to recent events. And I don't know, maybe you got attached to Scratch more than you thought, and maybe you miss Finley. I mean,
Maybe.
I definitely miss Finley.
so maybe with time you'll get your groove back. But natural ones.
So have we met our new guy?
Nope.
All right.
You have had
I'm
a long
gonna-
rest though. So
Okay, cool.
if that's at all relevant to you.
Yeah, well,
We have it. We have a new quest to deliver a message to Ymir's tier.
Okay. Why? What's the?
I wouldn't
what's
say
the
it's
reason?
much of a quest.
Yeah,
Corwin,
it's not like we're getting paid or have anything for it. It's just kind of a nice favor.
yeah,
Favor to who?
Corwin
Well,
went looking for his
so-
girlfriend, and then just went
Yeah.
around meeting the neighbours, and found out that one of her neighbours has a son that blacksmiths up in Ymir's tier, and apparently Corwin just wants to go say hi.
Colin, why? Why do you want to say hi?
Yeah, it's just he sort of mentioned also something about he likes to I guess you might say tinker a little bit on the side there. So I was hoping to go along that way and just see what knowledge I can gain.
Right. Am I going to be
And
able
it's
to kill something while we
Well-
do this?
So okay, out of character here. As far as the Chaldean runes go, do we have knowledge of them, or should they like not be on the map anymore?
Honestly, I just leave it on the map from the last situation.
Right, that's-
because let's just say this is a hand-me-down map from, probably through the Wither bloodline.
Atlas's
being honest,
grandfather there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just leaving them up there because, well, this is quite close to where you grew up, and Atlas might have heard stories of his granddad's tales, so you guys can keep the references on the map.
Okay. Well, yeah. So this so happens that nearby the capital there, I've heard some rumors from my master there about some ruins that haven't perhaps been explored very well. I'm not really quite sure if there might still be something in there, but I think it might be worth looking at. Do you know much about Chaldean relics there, Nix?
Nope.
What's a Chaldean?
Yeah. I don't know what a child's ruin is going to be important. I mean, they don't have really interesting shit, but listen, I'll go along
Not
with
a
it.
child. It's a Chaldean. They're an ancient race. Much like the elves, they got some fancy things. Well, these guys have even fancier.
All right. I want to hunt something. Find me something to hunt. It has got to be meaningful. It's like I said when we first started here. I'm in it as long as I can challenge myself.
If the tales from my grandfather to Chaldean ruins have plenty of challenge to offer.
Good.
Was Atlas with
Good.
us again?
Okay, I'm excited now. All right. By the way, Corwin, Atlas, here, and Corwin, I think you've already added it to your inventory. But Atlas, add 2 level 2 healing potions, or is that level 2?
Level 4.
Level 4. Add 2 level 4 healing potions and 1 level 2 boost health. So I'm
Does that
handing
mean like a fortify health?
yes, fortify health. So you get two healing pots, 1 fortify.
You gave everyone 2 level 4 and 1 level 2, and then the boost health thing separate.
Can I have one?
Well, honestly, guys, we don't have a good track record with members. I'm just going to propose that this become our welcoming basket for anyone else that just happens to find their way here. So I have another set, just in case someone happens to come across our path.
Okay,
Perhaps
now,
you shouldn't just pass them out willy-nilly to everyone.
But, I mean,
what are the stats? What are the stats in the level 4 healing potions?
4d4 plus 4. It's just the level times d4 plus the level for healing potions.
same for the boost health, right?
Yep. Same for the fortify health.
Cool.
And you got me 2 of them, right?
Yeah, so it's 2 level 4 healing and 1 level 2 fortify.
Did you give us all a fortify or a healing?
No, fortify.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that then.
Yeah.
I think the last time you said healing for some reason.
That might have been a mistake. But no, I remember I did 2 healing, 1 fortify for everyone. And Colin, I don't know, maybe write a note or something. Little scribbles on the paper. We can put it together with the package. Might be nice. And so
Got some
here's
soap, some decorative flowers in there.
some pens and a coffee mug. Here you are.
Yeah.
You'll probably be dead pretty soon, but these potions should help. Something like that.
Lovely.
We'll sell them to offset the cost of your funeral.
Exactly.
Hey, and so now that we're all together here, do you just have the issue with the lead box to resolve?
Right. I was going to do that. Wait, was I going to do that? I don't remember. I don't remember. What are we talking about?
You don't remember the lid box, or you don't remember if you're gonna do something about the lid box.
I'm honestly not sure what my name is at this point, but continue. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to do something.
I don't know what you were planning to do, but perhaps we could find, someone higher up in Gnomehold here that we could pass this along to be disposed of, or perhaps to more safely keep hold of it.
Let me ask
All
you
right,
this.
I have a plan.
Okay, Atlas has got a plan.
Oh, I'm
We
not
go,
sure
to
this
the,
will be
we,
well.
go to the, we go to the guards. Tell them we found another necromantic artifact in your boss and your master's chambers, and hand it over to them so they can destroy it.
I just don't want to hand it over to just anyone, though. It's somewhat of a powerful item, it seems like, and I don't think it'd be pretty safe just to, toss it about willy. I feel like we should perhaps find someone higher up the chain there.
I just feel like we're woefully understaffed,
So what?
under-equipped to handle this.
So, who did I ever meet whoever Conlon was taking me to, or was it literally I was just jailed and then they sent me for? Because he was gonna have me talk with or something with some.
Yeah, you meet one of his higher ups who, gets the same story as you. Just puts you. It's not so much. Yeah, it wasn't really the holding cell. It was more just, out of place. But yeah, there's his Conlon's immediate superior you've met. So if you want to go back to him and just start throwing necromantic objects at him,
Yeah.
just leave it at the door, knock and run.
What was his name?
Oh fuck, what I do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm out of ideas here because there doesn't seem to be much of a magical hub here.
But maybe Yma's Tier would be the place then.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna move it all the way there either.
Don't you have it right now?
It's up in the tower.
Oh.
It's yeah. It has
We were
some
able to-
issues with holding on to it for any really significant amount.
Even with the lead box?
I haven't really tested to see if the radius is reduced much, but it's definitely not removing everything.
So that's where you kept it.
What?
Yeah.
Who said that? Lola, is that you? Well, come out of the fucking shadows.
Over here, short stack. Oh,
I
sorry.
do. I mean, if it's
Keep saying
honestly,
it.
if it's in the tower,
Did you not hear that, Nix?
no, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, what that whistling? Didn't hear it. Anyway, continue.
Nope.
With those big ears?
Okay, now I heard that. Who is mocking my ears?
Whoa, 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 whoa. No offense, no offense.
You want to give him a description?
I come meandering up from the path. You see a gaunt, tallish man, human as far as you can tell, walking up. Aside from his dress, very deep, blazing red jacket over a red scarf. White, wide-brimmed hat seems to cover most of his face. However, you do see some kind of chin-length, feathered, whitish hair, about as white as snow. Behind him, you can see strapped right over his shoulder is a humongous sword. And then other than that, all you really see is just a friendly smile dipping up from underneath the brim of that.
I got
Waved
a wild,
over to you.
I got a Wild West feeling.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
This town ain't big enough for the four of us.
Yeah, Tinsel flies up now. Now here, I just want to make something clear here. I'm the only one who talks like this in this.
Who said that?
Yeah, Tinsel just flies up over your shoulder.
And who the hell is this?
Name's Tinsel.
Elgarm, is that you? You messing with me again? And I start poking at my ears. Your voice is different.
What? What was that?
Oh, my mistake. You ain't Elgarm. Where are you at?
I'm right here, not invisible. Plain as day, just flying over your.
Well, hello.
Guys, I think this one's blind.
I see you right here, little guy.
Yep. I'm a little guy, but I got a big voice, and only one in this party gonna be talking like that. I'll guarantee you.
Well, I beg your pardon, Your Highness. And I'll just dip the brim of my hat. Pardon me.
All right, well, proper respect, though. I suppose we can work with this, guys. What's your name, young?
I thrust out my hand. Nathaniel Underbright. Nice to meet you. Friends call me Nate, though.
All right,
I heard
Nate.
your companions over there were spouting something pretty interesting. Mind if I go converse?
Yeah, Tinsel's gonna grab his pointer finger and shake with his whole body. Yep.
Damn, that's a hell of a grip you got there.
So, all right, guys. You know what? He's a fine, upstanding gent. You can just tell by the draw. So, yep, I like him. I'm going to cast Heart Sense on him, too.
All right. Wisdom save, is it?
I think so, yeah. Oh, Charisma save.
All right. Try it again.
Okay.
That's
Damn
great.
it.
So, yeah, poor old Tinsel just doesn't get a read on him.
I still like him. It's real good voice.
Well, I like you, too.
Honestly, I got to get me to one of them hats now. Nix,
Oh.
let's get one requisition at my size, please.
Oh, this whole thing? Found that over at a dark corner over in Yasam. I had talked to some guy about a dog, you know how. Found it just lying by there one day. Took a liking to it.
Tinsel will float up and just sit on the brim.
If you'd like, could Tinsel do a perception check?
Yeah, 1 sec.
It's a hit or miss with Tinsel with these.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a comfy hat.
All right. He's enjoying it.
Cool. I'll saunter up to the other fellows if they don't mind.
So perhaps we should get Nix to do a jealousy roll.
No.
All right.
Where is Sam?
You asking
Sam?
out of character?
Out of character, yeah.
Top right. Island off the continent of Dwerg,
Oh, okay.
east of Dwergheim.
Okay.
Well, hello. I'll
So,
I'll thrust out my hand. Nathaniel Underbright. Damn fine to meet you.
I'll cautiously hold my hand out. Yes, hello there. I don't know why I got Russian.
I liked it. It was good.
Oh,
What brings you about to Gnomehold?
Where are we right now?
We're in Gnomehold.
We're just in the middle of Gnomehold?
Not too
countryside.
bad. I'd say you're off at probably the southern edge.
All right. Hi, Nate. Here. We have a package. I see where this is going already. Just want to give you one of these, one of those, another one of these. Just tossing potions at
Nix.
you.
Hey,
What?
what I just tell you, Nix? We can't just go giving those out to everyone.
Oh my!
Tinsel said he was fine. Look, he's sitting on the brim. His little fey feet are just hanging off the edge.
Well,
If you're
Thank
gonna
you.
give someone something like that, you have to have enough to share it with everyone.
this
you know?
is
You can't-
all a little. Hold on. This is all a bit much. Here, hold on a second. I'll set the basket down. Let me just say, You are exceptionally interesting looking, miss. Nathaniel Underbright. Friends call me Nate. I'll give her a wink.
Yeah, let's make
Right,
this awkward.
it's
You
the
notice that
Atlas.
my eyes are very, very bright, like a light bluish, nearly bordering on white color.
Yeah, Nick's completely oblivious of the flirting, but enjoying the flat. Yeah, it's the antlers, isn't it? I suppose the hair might be a little.
I'm very familiar with elves, and I have to say, you are the most unique elf I've probably ever laid eyes on.
Not an elf,
doesn't-
as far as I know. I don't know what I am, honestly.
You are you, and that's the best damn thing there could be.
You know, I am me. Yeah.
Damn
That's a huge revelation to Nix.
Well, okay, hold, time out for one moment here. Nix.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time we have a talk here. Right?
Yeah.
Stranger, all you got to remember now is stranger danger, okay? If you see a stranger, just be thinking that they are a danger.
He's not a stranger, his name is Nate.
Not to interrupt here, but you do know I'm standing right here, and I can hear all this.
I don't know what's gotten over her all of a sudden. She hasn't been like this. She hasn't just been throwing potions at people like this before. So
Keep
I just need
dying.
to.
Well, hey,
You
Let's-
can't be giving potions to everyone you run across like this.
let's
Um,
just start over here. I just happened to be walking down the road. I was looking for someone. Maybe some of y'all can help me. So I was going to yeah, pardon me. I was looking for a friend of mine. He I don't know if you know him. I don't know how much of a big deal he is around here. He used to live in a tower. Guy by the name of Drazu. I always have trouble with his name. Anyhow, bit of an eccentric fella. I've been helping him around and such, and heard told that he up and booked it, and tower's under new management. I overheard you guys talking about a tower, and I was just curious. Are you the guy I'm looking for?
Nix has a big shit-eating grin on her face as she looks at Corwin.
I want to inside check him.
Go for it.
Alright, what's 22 worth to you, Mongrel?
I'll let you have. He seems pretty genuine. He's looking directly at you, just very curious. He's seems a bit desperate on trying to find this master of yours that he mentioned. And he went to the tower as far as you can tell, and seems pretty genuine. He's keeping direct eye contact the whole time. He's not glancing about. He's not jittery. He just seems like a friendly guy. Just
That's not
ask
his
some
accent.
questions.
He's actually Jamaican.
Absolutely.
I might know something about that. What business do you have with him?
Well, I'll pull out a letter from behind in my pocket here. See, I was keeping in touch with him via letters for a while now. I forget. I went under a pen name instead of my actual name. You guys know about a Steve?
Holy shit.
See, I've been keeping in contact him via Steve. I don't know if he mentioned me. I hope so. We've kind of been friends for a while.
Did you happen to receive any other messages recently?
Oh, damn plenty few I did, yeah. He seemed in a bit of trouble last couple of letters, so haven't heard from him lately, so I came down here as soon as I could, pounded on his door here a good spell to see if he was dead or not there, and kind of hoping for the latter, honestly. But talked to a couple folks in town. They said it's under new management. I guess his apprentice or whatever moved in, and just curious who that might be.
It's me. I'm the apprentice.
Oh, it's you.
Very learned scholar here.
Huh. That's interesting. He never did tell me he had an elf colleague.
Hey,
Especially not one so exotic.
That's quite the joke there. It's Corwin Tealeaf is the name. I'm sure you've heard of me.
As a matter of fact, I have, Corwin.
Nice to finally meet you. I've
Yeah.
been passing along messages your way, but I
Really?
never actually thought. I was usually the one that actually sent the messages out, but
Oh, I must have been on the road. I haven't really received any yet. Apologies. But, yeah. Last time your master, he sent me some messages. Said he, was dealing with a bit of something here. Something pretty big, too. And, with the local goings-on going around town, heard there was a vampire attack, and then something about a giant fucking plant or something. And then, other than that, I don't know. People getting eaten. giant monster in the mines. They all mentioned that there was a halfling, kind of your description, going about with another group of fellows. And, well, kind of noticed you from down the road. You don't seem like your typical gnome Holdians.
oh, I'm actually from here. I'm born and raised here all my life, but yeah, you can't get them all right all the time. That's okay.
That's understandable. And he scratches his chin. So, you guys having any bone shard problems?
Direct.
A little bit.
How about we continue this discussion inside my master's tower?
I like the sound of that. And yeah. Guess you folks do have a problem.
You got something with your nose there?
I just thought I picked up something funny. That's all. Lead the way, sir. I just give him a big ol' smile. Oh, by the way, terribly rude of me. Sorry about that. I turned to Atlas. Nathaniel Underbright. Damn fine to meet you.
Fine to meet you too.
Listen, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Take the basket. You're going to need it.
Well, that's real fine. I don't have anything for you. I'm sorry. I can get you all a drink after we're done, or...
Right, maybe.
Sure. Other than that, yeah, lead the way. Guess we got some things to talk about.
Follow along there, just not too closely.
Well, I understand. New faces and all, but I'm always up for making friends.
I like it.
You would.
I like you too.
Alright, so just back to the tower then?
Yep, and I'll disable my trap there.
Okay.
Whew. Glad I didn't decide to try to open the door.
You would have been made quite the fool of there.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I've been working on that for a little bit. I've been trying to think of some security ideas, but I've come to the realization that I need to get some hired hands here if I want to really keep the place secure.
No, that's
So,
a damn fine idea.
Go ahead and step on inside here. Let's get out of the way. It's probably nice.
Thank you. Thank you all. You've been really kind to just a perfect stranger.
Yeah, I'd say I got a pretty good idea of you. You know, we have been in talks for a little bit there. So feel free to sit down at the table there. Is there anything I can get you?
No, I'm fine now. Y'all done too much for me already. So,
Hey, that we have, and he just stares at me.
He's going to die either way, Corwin. I mean, we got to give him some chance. We keep killing all our friends.
We can't be giving this out potions to everyone we run across, though. You don't know how many potions it is.
You
think that
guys are
Ethan-
great.
Actually, you want there for Ethan.
Ethan? Huh. Don't
Hey,
know an Ethan.
you wouldn't happen to know about him, would you?
Can't say I do. Ran into an Ethan, randomly, maybe a couple of years ago, but don't know
Any,
an Ethan here.
Any traders that sell in spaz route?
Never been much for the herbalism type. Sorry, I can't say what that is. I know girls like pretty flowers. That's about all I got.
So, well, being, let's say I believe that you are who you say you are.
Well, guess you could have contacted your master, but guess he skipped town. Either that or the rumors are true that he's dead.
Hey.
Damn well hope not.
So, I'll bring you in on this. Basically, my master here, he it seems that he got in a bit of trouble, and someone by the names of the locksmith. You wouldn't happen to have heard of this individual by chance, would you?
Locksmith. I know a Lockheed, but no locksmith. I'm sorry. He's in another town, though. I mean, don't think he'd be anywhere around here.
Well, it seems there was an intruder in the tower. He was calling himself a locksmith, and it seems he had a little bit of a brawl with Master Rajazu there, and he had to put himself under a spell to hide himself, and there was a raven, this statue here. Let's see. Hold on, let me find it in my bag. Do. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's there you go. This the raven here was leading me the way to my master, and I found him in a tomb basically there, and everyone in my group here thought he was dead, but I knew he wasn't. He it's really hard to kill Master Rajazu. There's no way he would die like that.
Trust me. Yeah. You should have been. Well, shit. It must have been years ago. Another story for another time. Sorry. But yeah, that sounds like old Drazu to me. Glad he ain't dead though. Yeah, I was fretting the whole time I was walking here, hoping I wasn't gonna find his body.
Yeah. So about that, there was during the vampire attack on the Gnomehold here recently.
Yeah.
He sort of Master Drazu sort of stood back up and was very unsure as far as his safety, and it seems like he was in quite a bit of a hurry to get out. So I'm not quite sure where he is right now.
Well, knowing him, I can think of a good few spots, but that's besides the point. Like you said, he's hard to kill, and I trust him enough to keep himself in one piece until he turns up again.
He left me with a relic here to sort of guard over, and
yeah,
I sort of might have accidentally cracked open the seal on it, and
No, it wasn't accident. I mean, honestly, you asked me, and I broke it up.
well, no.
He slowly tips the brim of his hat up so you see most of his face.
Tinsel falls backwards.
Well, we put it in a
Sorry,
lead
buddy.
box. We put it in a lead box to hopefully contain it, but
A lead
I
box.
I wanted to eat it. Honestly, it would have been a lot easier, but it's fine.
no, No. So I sort of buried it out in the garden there, just to keep it sort of safe for a little while, because it's a.
Just hold.
Yeah, if you look out the window over there, it that seems to have sort of grown on above the box that I buried, and it momentarily ate the town alchemist. But we took care of it though. Yeah, it's everything's okay. Everything's under control.
buddy.
I've got full control of it. It's okay.
It's all right. I think I got the picture. Can I please see the box? If you don't mind, if I could just see it.
Yeah, just, stay here and turn your back, just so you can't see anything. And
Absolutely. I'll
okay,
turn my back.
Just give me a few minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
And Corwin's just gonna start going up the steps, making noise, and then quietly go back down the steps. And then he's gonna go around back to in the pantry, and then pull out the lead. And then he's gonna sneak back up the steps, and then walk down the steps.
Boy.
You realize Nix and Atlas weren't looking the other way, right?
No, you totally saw all of it.
Okay.
He's just kind of muttering on under his breath and just kind of tipping his hat slowly back down over his face.
So yeah, here we go. Yep. I wouldn't get too close to it there, and definitely don't open.
I'll slowly.
All of our friends smell things.
That's
Only the ones that die.
Sure, that's a good sign.
So. Where's the crystal box?
So when they thought Master Drazu died, they sort of pinned it on me, and they took all the everything out of the tower basically, and put it into the storage in the a little bit more secure area in Gnome Hold there.
Oh, fantastic!
So,
Can you go get that for me? Just
yeah.
kinda
So.
important.
The thing is, though, it was creating a lot of necrotic energies off of it, and they weren't going to release that. So, in our attempts to sneak it out, it might have cracked, and there may or may not have disposed of it in the meantime.
And
Honestly, I mean, I don't appreciate not getting credit when I did good work. I found the biggest rock. I cracked it myself. Thank you very much, Corwin.
No,
I put the green rock in there. I mean, honestly.
Hold. Just a minute.
Spin it.
Just a minute.
Oh.
You cracked it. Purposely.
I mean, honestly, yeah, of course.
I was looking. I was looking for a way to open it, and I may or may not have handed it to Nix over here and to see if she had any ideas, and she may or may not have smashed it with a rock.
I kind of stand up slowly and look out one of the windows of the.
You know the old saying, right?
God.
As far as the simplest solution is sometimes the best one. Well, Nix here is quite simple, so I was thinking that maybe she'd come up with a really brilliant solution.
Nix is nodding furious. And I did. I'm so proud of myself.
That's great.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
forget, you got some potions there, right? Yeah, no, you love
Yeah,
Nix
and
right
I
now.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. You need to get that box back. And his happy, friendly face just quickly falls. Like, you need to get that box back.
The authorities.
Listen. You need to get that box back.
Here's the thing, though. The authorities.
You need to get. Listen to me. That box back.
There was a crack in it. It wasn't working very well.
I don't care. We need that box because I will tell you right now, of all the little stories that I heard around town here these past couple of weeks, learning about what's been going on here, the exploits, you getting thrown in jail, your friend here getting thrown in jail, people dying, people getting eaten by plants, people burying...
You heard about the plant thing?
Yes. Everyone in fucking town heard about the plant thing.
Damn.
I was hoping that was
There are
a little
still
bit more.
missing people's posters.
Those may or may not be related to an Ethan fellow.
Right. Anyhow, I will tell you right now, what you have in that little box, that little lead box right there, it's a nice comfy box for folks who may want to, I don't know, scry it, maybe put it in a safe. Here's the thing. That ain't gonna cut it. And you broke the one thing that it was kept in, safe and sound, nice and snuggly, that me and Drazu have been writing letters to back and forth about after I found the fucking thing in the first place. I found that shard.
Yeah. So
I was the one who brought it to your master. He was the one who made that box, and he made that painstakingly over countless hours, and it is one of a kind.
God, it broke so quickly.
And you broke it.
well,
And,
it's
you know,
in
it-
self-defense that it sort of might have caused the issue of Master Drazu. So if you're the one that brought this upon him, I might have to be speaking with you about.
Oh, we'll be having words. Here's the thing. We need to get that box back. I don't care if it's broken. I don't care if it's in a million pieces. We need to get that box. Okay?
Can you fix it?
Well,
I know someone who can. You
Okay,
don't have to
so-
worry about...
the issue at Light here is the Gnomehold authorities were very specific as far as that item not leaving their possession. But at the same time, I know
guess
it was
you'll
too-
have to break the law. Judging by your previous records, I think you're keen on that.
I have been, after all, if you've been reading around town so much, you'd be very well aware that I was found innocent of all charges there.
Charges for that, right? Though, I did hear you spent quite a few nights in a prison cell, from what word around the town is saying. Here's the thing. We need that box. That lead box it's in right now ain't gonna cut it. And I can tell you right now, that bone shard, it's going to be spitting out a lot things worse than just a man-eating plant.
Well, since you seem to be such the authority on this item, perhaps you would know somewhere to leave it that will be secure. It's in the lead box there, so you don't have to worry about anyone.
A crystal
finding it.
box typically would
Logically.
work.
I know where one of those are.
Do you?
I do.
Good.
I put a glowing rock in it.
Lovely. Could you get that for me, please?
Sure. She
The
jumps
box,
off the table.
lady, not the rock.
I mean, it's a really good rock.
It is, but
I'll show it to you.
I would love
Let me
the
know if you
box.
like it.
Sweetheart, I'd love it if you'd get me the box.
Sure, can do. Off
Wait,
we go.
Nix, wait, Nix.
Yeah.
We can't we just can't have you walking right into there. They're not going to let you take that out.
I got tinsel. We got it.
You broke the fucking box.
It was so easy.
Well,
Really.
just make sure, okay, you don't get caught and they don't find out that you're looking for it, okay? Can you remember?
Oh God, that's a lot, Colin. My head.
I know it's a lot.
Maybe we
Just-
should go with... I don't know. Might be nice.
Atlas, you wanted to come join us here? Want to come join us in jail?
Normally I can't abide the breaking of the law on my own person, but this seems important enough. I'll tag along.
There's a little at stake here. Yeah, just
We're not so much breaking the law, Atlas. This was my master's possession, and we are rightfully reclaiming it. You can't let any government just come in and say this is now mine. Now,
Actually, I'm curious, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
If it was you, would you have handed it over to the authorities?
No way.
Okay, good. So we're all on the same page then. I mean, we didn't really trust them, right?
I gave it to Drazu because I knew Drazu could do his voodoo that he do. So, and he did. And you broke it. So I need your help. I desperately need your help.
I
Please.
think we're breaking him.
Please.
Let's try and keep it together, and we'll go ahead over to the storage area where it was kept, and perhaps we can catch up on us trail.
I appreciate it.
Sure,
Let's get to it. Any way I can help, you let me know. I got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Can I interest in any of you in that granola bar on the way out? I have a few extra, and I'm trying to clean up the place before I go.
I'm fine, thank you, but I really appreciate the offer.
All right.
He's so nice, except when he's, lost his patience.
See, now, Nix, this is the proper amount of that you should be offering people as far as money. You don't see someone and go, here, you look like you could use a $200 diamond, or 200 gold.
Tell you what, Mr. Tea Leaf, when this is all said and done, I'll treat you. How does that sound? I don't know, not on the town. I'm sure Gnomehold has some fun kicks at night, right? And if not, we could always mosey on up to Ymir's Tier, or we can head down south, or, we could head west. I hear they have fun things over in the west.
See, he's our friend. He's already joining us for everything.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes before we go adding anyone else into the fold of Conjure Hex here. All right, how about?
Yeah, sure.
It's Conjure Hawks.
Huh. Conjure Hawks, eh? Sounds like a sports team.
Like the East City Westmen?
Hey, all of you outside now. I need to lock up here.
All right.
Sure. All right, so off we go.
Yep.
Yay!
So what's the plan?
It's a heist.
Is it?
Sure. She's just yelling at us as we're leaving the tower. I'm honestly really excited.
You might want to be a little more subtle. Just saying.
This is why I didn't want Nyx going off on her own like that.
I do just fine.
How about we go and see what they are doing with any of the items that were left behind after I took everything else out of there and put it back into the tower?
It's going to be hard to get back in there now
That's a
that
good idea.
we don't have any of our stuff. Atlas, use your super lawyer powers.
Oh,
I can't
You're a
anymore.
lawyer?
I was faking being a lawyer for the time.
So law-abiding.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Honestly, guys, I think the potions are the only thing letting him know we're good people, so it's probably a good idea.
Well, I tend to not judge a book by its cover.
Well, how about this?
I like to give folks the benefit of the doubt, but yeah.
This is a pretty awful cover.
How about this, Nyx? How about you bring a couple more of your potions and we give them to the guards so that they know that we're good fellas as well?
I'm out, but it's a good idea.
Oh, you happen to be out of them now? Well, what if we happen to meet a new
What happened?
party member and you don't have any for?
I will be so worried. I will lose sleep until I make some more.
Well, you better just keep a stockpile on you all the time then. Because we're going to be meeting a lot of people. The capital's a big place.
Shit, I better get started.
We'll focus on that when the time comes.
How
First
about you go work on that, Nyx, and we'll just take Tinsel along with us for this one.
No, I'm excited about the heist.
Shh.
You can't be using that word right now, okay?
Sure.
Miss, just we'll work on that. But for now, let's just take it slow. What do you say?
Nick starts walking real slow.
Very good. Very, very good.
Alright, so we head off towards the storage building.
Yep, where the evidence was kept originally.
Yep.
You know what? You can make your way there, enter through the main office, and you just stopped by the the counter guard.
Yep.
Alright. State your business.
Alice is hanging way back.
Atlas, what are you doing back there? Wait, I need you up here.
Are
Do
we
your motor-
indoors?
You would be at this stage if you want to.
How far back can he be?
You can be outside if you want.
I'll be outside.
Jesus. Well, one of you guys talk. Nick shouldn't be doing it.
Hi there, friend. Name's Nathaniel Underbright. Nice to meet you. I've only been here for a couple of weeks, but helping a friend out here of mine, Mr. Corwin Tealeaf here. We're trying to collect a couple of the personal effects. You see, I'm sure you heard about the whole commotion regarding his Master Draw Zoo, and we're just trying to slowly but surely get our stock back up in order from his taken items, basically. We're just wondering if we can peruse the gallery there, see if there's anything left that my buddy here, Corwin, needed to pick up.
And without even looking up, you just see this Gartman just leaf through his paperwork on the desk, and he says, "All personal items has been returned and checked off."
Oh, is that right? Sure there isn't anything else? Corwin here, he's telling me that could have sworn there was something else that he was missing. I don't know, a locket, maybe something small, kind of easy to misplace. We're just curious if we can poke around in there.
If there is any missing items, you are free to fill out a Form 301A2 and submit a claim. Otherwise, I cannot help you anymore, sir.
Friend, just real quick. I just, it's kind of important. It's a locket, found it, it's a real personal item. We're
Are you
just
saying
curious.
they lost my item in there?
Probably, but yeah.
Well, can't we just go take a look? I'm sure it's this back there. I know it. I must have gotten knocked off the shelf when they were moving things around. I told them
Exactly.
very specifically to put it away in the box. I told him.
See, sir, he's real distraught about it. We'll be in and out. 5 minutes. We won't take any up more of your time. Can we just take a look? If we don't find it in the next 5 minutes, we'll book it. We'll be out of your hair. What do you say? And I'll slide over 20 gold. Just real quick.
Oh, well, would you look at this? And he just grabs a random sheet of paper. Looks like I've got a completed 301A2 form here. Nathaniel, was it? Yep, this is yours. And
Yep.
he just tucks it underneath.
You can
and
call me
says,
Nate, buddy. Don't even worry about it.
All right, Mr. Nate. If you just want to follow me back. And he just gets up and unlocks the iron grate in front of you and ushers you guys in.
Tinsel's invisible.
Okay.
Cool.
So, who's going with Nate?
Gorman is.
So everyone
I
except
will.
everyone. Atlas pops his head in the doorway. Yep, right. You all go through, and he just leads you to the evidence collection room, and says, feel free to look. And he just unlocks the first three, and you guys look in, and they're empty rooms, completely bare.
Oh, even the crystal's gone?
Yep, definitely no glowing green crystal.
That's great.
So, did they? I recall before mentioned that they were going to dispose of any items that I didn't remove within the specified time. Do you know whereabouts perhaps they might have been disposing said items at?
We have some real concerns as to making sure it actually got destroyed. Are you sure
I
they
don't-
destroyed it?
What are you, Nix? What are you even going on about? I'm looking for my locket.
Oh, I just meant that dangerous evidence
No,
that we were so helpful in.
Gag him.
What?
Yeah, well, being honest, there wasn't anything left here except for this weird box. But no, that was taken away week and a half ago.
Oh, I see. They happen to mention where it might be. Just curious.
Well, normally I don't pay attention to this sort of stuff, but that one kind of stuck out because, Royal Mages came and picked that one up.
Did they?
Yeah, so...
Royal Mages, you say?
About half a dozen of them. Pop through.
You get any names or faces?
Well, no offense, friend, but I stayed well back. These magic types just give me the willies, you know? And,
I can attest to that, friend.
Excuse me, 1 second. Before we continue this, Tinsel's going to go flying off back to the front desk. He wants to rummage through the desk for a signed form to try and get some names.
So
all right,
when you say
investigation check from Tinsel. Go on.
Okay, and he's going to just message me telepathically, keep him busy.
Yep.
So
Okay.
when you say the Royal Mages, are you talking about the Royal Mages from the capital?
Well, yeah. Some of the greybeards.
There was Royal Mages in town.
Yeah.
I would have. When did they come? I would have loved to have met them.
Like I said, about a week and a half ago, I came and picked up this crystal box and shuffled out, and all of 5 minutes, and just flashed me the forms. And let's say I just when they show up, just do what they say. You don't want to be turned into a frog or anything like that.
I don't think that could ever hurt a person, honestly.
I don't know. Do you want to be a frog?
I mean, you'd have to be put into like a hole in the ground, and then buried or something for that ever to actually be that dead.
Oof. I don't know why, but that gives me the willies for some reason.
Nick, your mind goes the weirdest places sometimes. I almost just don't know about.
It seemed like a good idea, but okay, never mind.
That's pretty messed up, even for me. Don't worry, you'll get to know.
I think this one's seen a little bit too much death lately.
That's fine. Anyhow, sir, you've been a real good help. I thank you very much. I'll shake his hand, and then the 20 gold slips into his hand.
Well, it's been mighty fine, but of course,
That's bomb.
let's not make a habit of this. Proper forms next time.
Habit of what?
Sure.
Sorry.
What are you talking about? We had the proper form.
Of course. Now, shoot. I've got work to do.
Absolutely, you're a busy man. Come on, fellas.
Has Tinsel messaged me back to let me know if he found anything or anything? Because otherwise I'm going to warn him that we're coming.
Okay, what languages can Tinsel read?
Fuck. Common, Sylvan, and Elvish, I believe. I have the same languages that he does. I remember picking that. So,
Okay.
yeah, Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Well, unfortunately, he can't read anything that he's looking through at the moment.
Shit. It's all no-ish.
Well, there's just nothing that he can discern, pick up. There's a lot of fancy paperwork, including one stuff with a stamped golden seal in the top right-hand corner that looks official, but he just can't quite figure out, what's written on it.
All right. The stamped golden seal, he'll grab that. If he can just grab a handful of any from the dated a week and a half ago. I'm hoping they're organized by dates.
Yeah. Oh, he can grab 3 pages.
Yeah. So he'll grab what he can, roll them up, and reapply his invisibility and grab it, and then just just wait for us out.
All right. So you are quickly, shushed out. He closes and locks the gates behind you, and then just goes back to pretending You don't exist, and nose deep in paperwork. And you guys are just outside with Tinsel, who now produces 4 pieces of paper, one with a nice golden stamp in the top corner, and they're all written in unfamiliar language to you.
What do you got?
Here you go, Corin. Can't quite read it myself, but it looks damn official.
That it
Let me give
does.
it a quick look over here. So what's it say?
Okay, so they are written in the official stamped one is written in Dwarvish, and it pretty much just you can think of it as a royal decree or authority. It basically says this guy can do what he wants, stay out of his way, and it does
Have a name?
bear a king's seal. It doesn't list any particular name except the king's, which if you just give me a sec, I'll just double check.
Oh, shit. Keep that paper, man. Just flash that paper. I mean, it has no name on it, no description of the person.
Yes!
It's a freaking blank check to just walk right into something.
Oh boy.
Where's the fucker's name?
What should I write this down as in the inventory? Dwarven diplomatic immunity paper.
Ah,
That'd be great.
It's King Sigurd Greyfell. His signature and stamp on it, and it just it's just get out of the way. This fella can do what he wants, sort of.
Damn.
And it does
Corbin,
just
go
basically
ahead,
the bearer of this is acting in the name of the king.
Do I
What's the king's
recognize
name?
any of this?
King Sigurd Greyfell.
Why would they just leave this lying around? Why wouldn't they take this back with them?
Guess for records. Either way, this is a bit of a fix. However, he did say it was royal sorcery.
Yeah, so it looks like we're heading towards Ymir's tier.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's the quest. The quest for the broken crystal box.
You fellas pack your parkas?
What, is it cold up there?
Probably. Even in this time of the year, there could still be snow.
I think we said it was like 2 months after the New Year, so it should be cold as hell probably up here.
Well,
Well, we're going by Australian weather.
Yep.
Oh,
so,
right, Australian weather. Right,
Christmas
summer
time
right now.
is the center of summer. Yeah.
I forgot Agon is Australia.
You're fine.
Equally as deadly. Actually, Agon's probably slightly less deadly.
Yeah, you haven't come across too many snakes, so it's not as bad. But yes, it's
Or
the
spiders.
warmish summer months. This sun's dawn is pretty much the blooming of summer.
All right, well, you must hear then.
Alrighty.
So,
Trek.
yeah, about that, how are we gonna move this item about? Or would it be better off just leaving it here?
We are not leaving it.
I'll
I'm gonna
swallow
tell you
it.
that right now.
It's the best way to
Don't!
do it.
You dare.
You get so serious.
Oh, I'm just as serious as the grave, honey. That's all I'm saying.
So if we're taking it with us, then the question then is how.
We gotta keep it in that box. However,
It's like a Horcrux, you have to wear it.
no one wear that. No one touch it. We have to keep it with us. There's no way we can't just have it lying around, Willie. How much time do we have till Ymir's tier? Good couple of days. Carry the 6, add the 12.
About 7
We
days.
need a carriage. Y'all fellas have a carriage?
We can get one.
Yeah, we left our fancy one behind.
That's fine. We can grab us one. My treat.
Oh, that's quite nice of you, though.
Yeah, we'll get us a nice horse and buggy, and we'll head ourselves over to Ymir's. Or I guess is it ram and buggy in these parts? Either way,
Goodbye.
least I can do for the welcome gift basket you gave.
Goodbye, tavern honeys of Gnomehold. Hello,
Oh, you
tavern
frequent
honey. Huh?
You frequent the taverns too, huh?
Yeah.
They were nice folks, till they kind of got to know me.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right. So you're going to pick up a horse and buggy, essentially?
Yeah, let's go do that. We might want to get some warm clothes just to make sure.
Okay.
Never know. There might be a cold snap.
So, if you want a draft horse, it's 50 gold, or you can just carry on with the donkey for 8. And
Would it matter? Would it hinder the speed at all?
a little bit. I'll add a couple. It'll be 2 extra days if you're on a donkey.
The
compared to
group
the
might
rest.
think of you differently.
So 3 versus 5.
Boom. Let's go with the big boys. Get me a draft horse.
Okay, 50 gold for the horse, and
You
for
got
the
it.
carriage, a wagon.
Yep.
Wagon for 35.
Boom. Done.
So it's a little bit cramped, not the ideal sort of way to travel around, but you all pile in the small wagon behind the horse and just hoof it best speed straight to Ymir's Tier for a total of 3 days travel. Is there anything you guys want to do on the way?
I'll just grab some
I'm-
herbs and stuff.
I'm trying to keep my composure, just be as friendly as possible, but you do notice I keep darting my eyes looking at that bar.
Looking
Okay.
at that.
I'll let one of you make 3 rolls, either nature or survival.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Not as nice.
3 rolls for you, mountain area.
Before Corwin left town, he would have wanted to find some temp guard to watch over his pay him like a month in advance.
Alright, are you going to be discriminatory, or is it just basically the first one you see? Hey fella. You want
He would have done a little bit of background checking.
As you guys are getting ready to leave town, you see what looks like just a rectangle walking forward in the distance. And it looks a little bit suspect at first, but as it gets closer, it eventually, the features get a little bit finer, and you can notice the scalloped edges of what look like a large tower shield, and some sort of bone ornament across the top of it. And then, eventually, as you just sit there and watch, you see a, by now, relatively well-known elven gentleman with a headband lugging this giant tower shield in front of him. And you just watch as Mola passes you. And you see him look over, and he just kind of gives a nod on his head and just goes, Nate, and continues walking.
Mola, good to see you. How you been?
Looks like Muller collected that orc bounty.
I thought, oh shit, I thought we did that. Or you guys.
Never actually got around to it.
Nope.
Just went down there to do it and then ran back home.
Mm-hmm. See what I've been doing.
Does the tower shield look like the one?
Oh yeah, it is a giant fucking tower shield, and it definitely has this sort of orcish, decorative style to it. I think, yeah, it's been a while.
You're looking well. What you been up to?
Do you know each other?
Yeah, good
Little
friend
bit.
of mine.
The fucking small world, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Knew him through me brother.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
Alright, just
How's he doing?
dead.
Yeah. Most of mine is too.
Just going to
Well,
fuck
what
his bounty.
Sweet. Congrats to you.
Good job on that. We went ahead and softened that one up for you.
Hmm?
Sure you did.
We took care of all his little lackeys.
Well,
So, what are you doing about here, Muller? Other than, collecting bounties and whatnot?
well, they're not offering much for these people that went missing, so I suppose they'll just, burn some gold, maybe go somewhere else.
Always running around, ain't you? Can't say I blame you. Been doing that a bit myself.
It's the life.
So, you
Bad at
know,
it.
you know this Nate guy. Who else in town do you know about there, Mr. Muller?
Well,
Me? Or
So-
Mr.
Muller?
Muller.
Ah,
say I've gotten to know you pretty well.
Hey, pretty good guy. You can vouch for him, can't you?
Well, let's just say it's hard to keep you pinned down, but you ain't guilty of nothing.
See, there you go. All just a bunch of slander in there, Mr. Nate.
is that right?
Aye, there's no truth to be had about it.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a seeker of truth myself.
So, Mr. Muller, did you say if you know anyone else about in town?
What are you getting at?
Well, it just so happens that I'm looking for someone to guard my place while I'm away, and I know that obviously you're far too busy for something like that, but maybe you know of like some apprentice or underling there that might be looking for some pay.
Time frame?
Well, I can pay for a month up front. I'm not sure how long about I'm gonna be gone for, but it's be for a few months probably.
Right. It's a nice place.
Aye, it's a nice place.
Is it stocked?
Not so much. Why are you asking?
Feed us all.
I'm sorry?
Well, yeah, got a bit of coinage. Some of the lasses around here are kind of nice. Tell you what,
That they are.
I'll stick around in town for a month. Look after your place. You pay for a just good level of living. And if you're not back by then, I'll subcontract out to someone.
Alright, well, I trust your judgment there. That no funny business in my master's room, no. You stay out of there, eh?
Alright, but it'll cost you.
How much are we talking?
Tell you what. You pop it up at about 2 gold a day, cover my expenses, and I'll stretch out and make sure no one comes into your tower.
Alright, sounds like a deal. And it might extend over for a month there, so could you be perhaps looking for a replacement in the meanwhile as well?
Well, I've got boarders sitting around. I'll take someone to take my place.
That sounds wonderful. I trust you there. And I want to do inside check now.
Okay, give it a roll. Given the history between you guys, despite him, capturing you, paralyzing you, throwing you in jail, and all that sort of stuff, he's never
good
been.
guy.
He's never lied to you, and he's never been unnecessarily harsh. He was decent the whole way through, quite gentlemanly in his ways. So, yeah, I mean, oddly enough, you trust him.
Nah, Molly here. His word is like gold, Known him for years and never steered me wrong. Then again, I've never been on the other side of his bow either.
Speaking of which, Mola, I really like that bow of yours.
Aye.
I want it.
Come and get it.
Yee.
Duel.
I mean, you don't really want me to fight you for it. I mean, we've been through some shit. I'm a little elf girl. I need help protecting myself. Just give it to me.
Are you trying to charm an elf?
Yep.
Good fucking luck.
And it's wisdom. It's probably got like a 28 wisdom or something.
Pretty sure they
I
get
just-
like Fey ancestry on that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's advantage.
I just slowly dip the bottom of my hat just over my eyes and just start laughing. Now
Alright.
you're cute. You're cute, but
He looks at you and just rubs his chin a little bit. Kind of props that giant tower shield up on a nearby tree. And you watch as he unsheaths his bow,
Oh, shit.
pulls out an arrow, just knocks it, but holds it steady at his, just loose at ease sort of level. And he says, "Well, I'm gonna have to say no, but I've put you guys through a bit of a thing these last couple of months. It didn't pan out, so I'll give you this." And in a fraction of a second, before you can blink or even try to understand what he tells you, he aims, fires, and then sheaths his bow. And you watch as the arrow shoots through, misses your leg by about half an inch, shoots through one side of the cart, out the other side, continues on through a tree, and then embeds in the second tree about 20 feet off the path. You can have that.
Alright, cool. I go running off for it. Alright, you're amazing, as I call out over my shoulder. I will get that bow, though. I'm just saying. See you later.
I'm gonna get up close to the molar and be like, "This between you and me. What's special about that?"
The bow? Or the arrow?
Aye. Not the bow.
Nothing much. Just kind of, gotten used to it. Feel of the hand, the weight of it. It's been with me for years.
I understand. I just wanted to. Just wanted to mess with Nix a little bit there. I appreciate the info, and I can be gladly pay you up in advance here for the month, and so it'll be how long is a month in this
36
game?
days.
36. Okay, so
6 days a week,
72.
6 weeks a month.
Right. So 72 gold.
Mhm.
And yeah, I got some food left in the pantry there. You can feel free to go through. My garden got a little bit messed up though recently, so I don't really have anything as far as fresh veggies go.
No problem, I'll manage. So, what's the best place
Probably
around
shouldn't.
here to have a meal and so forth?
I was just going to say, you probably shouldn't eat anything out of that garden, honestly. Just to be safe.
Well, there's a quaint little restaurant down the way that's gotten quite a bit of talk. It's starting its own little franchise. Even it's called the Bloomin' Onion.
Bloomin' Onion.
Aye.
Right, I'll check it out. Right, see you at the end of the month. Maybe.
Absolutely, and at the very least, I'll find some way of getting in contact with you.
He gives you a court nod. Nod to Nate. Hefts the tower shield and starts walking back into town. And
always good seeing you.
and he just gives a wave without looking around.
Ha ha, that guy.
So, next, you picking up that arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, strength check actually to pull it out of the tree. As you notice that this arrow
God
is
damn
like
it.
halfway in, like the head through, halfway up the shaft. It's a little much than just the back end and the feather sticking out of it. So, strength check,
Shit.
please.
Tinsel and I are gonna nod to each other. He's gonna help me. He's gonna push
Okay.
on the one.
You can have a strength check with advantage then.
You say he's gonna push from one end.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
not
arrow's
bad.
pretty well fucking in there. You latch on, and you can just feel the smoothness of the arrow and the almost white, shimmery silver sort of formation of it. And as you pull back, your fingers start to slip, and you just pull straight through and over the feathers, and it's like caressing silk, oddly enough. And
Ooh.
even though you didn't budge the arrows, you're quite interested in figuring out what the hell this is. And it's
Sure,
definitely
sure.
definitely not a run-of-the-mill arrow.
Awesome. I want it. I'm gonna keep trying.
All right, is anyone else going to intervene on this? Because the
I mean-
DC's 20. We'll put it that way. Do you think you can get a 20?
Well, I could I could try to help. My strength's not that great.
Yeah, next. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. And then I'll just draw a little. I'll pull out. I got something on me. What do I have?
Can you take a 20 on this? Say she keeps trying until she gets it.
I'll let her do another roll, and depending what you'll get it eventually. Let's just say I'm not going to keep making you roll until you eventually.
I
get a
was
20.
I was going to. I don't have anything to draw with right now in my inventory, but I was going to just draw a little circle and then just suggest that they cut it out. Just have like a chunk of wood with the arrow in.
I considered that. You know what? Honestly, you know what? Here it is.
Your little Excalibur thing. You can try pulling it out.
Would I know? I don't know. It's with my face step. I can teleport, and if I'm holding things, it comes with me. Can I grab the arrow and face step somewhere?
Yep, you can do that. That'll work.
I'll do that.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, burn your face step, pull it out, and then you disappear slightly off to the side, and now you're holding what is quite literally the oddest weighted, shiniest, most illustrious arrow that you've ever seen in your life. It is a mithril arrow that's got a head on it that looks like almost a corkscrew, but is impeccably sharp to the point where you can actually see the physical manifestation of sharp as you look at the blade of it. And not quite a seeking arrow, it is a penetrating arrow.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, basically, if you hit a creature with the arrow, you can make an additional attack against another creature directly behind it up to 30 feet away. So basically it goes through one fella and into another.
Cool.
You've also
Sweet.
got a 50-50 chance of breaking it when you use it.
Alright.
So it's not going to be something you can continually use. So, I don't know, save it for a rainy day, or
Yeah.
roll for it and see if you like it.
What's the? What you got there, Nix?
It's a super awesome arrow. I mean, you saw him fire it.
Aye, that's quite the interesting one there.
Yep.
Well, we'll take another ride there. You mind if I take a little closer look at it?
Sure. Just be careful.
All right. Well, Corwin has something to research in his travels now. He'll be happy.
Alright, you want to do a tinkering check? And we'll see what you can figure out during the march.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, anything else you guys want to do on the 3-day hustle up to Ymir's Tier?
Tinsel's on
folks-
watch.
You folks got food? Y'all good? Filled up your water skin?
We should probably buy some food. Yeah, we.
How far away are we to Yimmer's Tier?
It's
3
a
days
3-day,
by carriage.
and that's hoofing it double time.
I'll buy some rations. How much do they cost?
Rations. Yeah, 2 copper a day for rations. Yeah, specifically, it's 5 silver, I think, for a day's worth of water if you want to buy another skin. But so,
I'll buy enough for 15 days.
sure.
And yep, I'll do the same.
No, it's meager rations, nothing. It's basically enough to stave off starvation, but it's definitely you'd want a proper meal by the end of it. So yeah, keep track of your own rations and so forth. I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, but
So should I put like 15 water skins down? Like, how does that work? Seems
you
weird.
probably don't. You probably want to melt snow on the way, because 15 water skins is like
Yeah, that seems like
100 pounds. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
don't.
a bloated.
Yeah, for the most part, I assume that unless it's going to be story relevant, you just keep track of your rations and don't worry about too much about the weight and the exact measurements and so forth. I don't think it adds anything to make up for keeping track of it so directly. But you know, if you find yourself in the desert, you might have a water situation. All right. So, anything else during the trip? Nope. Okay. Next, perception check, please.
All right. Jesus, I'm rolling back.
Oof.
Alright, no problem. So, eventually you guys make it to the outskirts of your Minas Tirith, and unlike just about any other capital city you were expecting, you don't see any giant walls, you don't see any tall spires or glistening buildings or the throng of people. Basically all you see is a rather, perhaps 50-foot wide cobblestone path that just leads up into a probably about 120-foot tall door. Big, heavy, black iron door. Seems to be a bifold section. And out in front of it is probably about 4 dozen guardsmen and a couple of siege engines. Now you see probably about medium-sized trebuchets built up and just posted on either side of the large doorway. And by this stage you can see just a throng of people, mainly dwarves, but there's people coming and going, and they enter through what looks to be a small portcullis off to the side, buried inside the left door, which is, you know, a more realistic scale of things, and it just opens and closes when people come in and out. But it definitely seems like this is the high security area, and if they wanted to, they could let giants of just about any size walk in unimpeded if they open the main gates.
Damn impressive.
They probably have a magic detection which would detect the necromancy, so I'm going to step away from you guys.
You're so helpful.
He's gonna stand over in the corner holding onto the box.
Ah, thank you, Atlas.
No.
He seems like a good guy.
Don't look too deeply into that box.
Yeah, please be careful with that. It's kind of paramount.
I'm not taking the box with me.
Oh, well.
I'm going inside for those tavern honeys.
Ah, man, a taste, I see.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hope you save some for me. I got some jokes to tell him.
so Mr. Shard expert there, what's how about are we gonna go about getting this box inside?
That's a good question. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Perhaps I recommend we have one of us go in there, maybe accompanied by another one of us, just kind of keep ourselves in a two-part team here. We have a few folks guarding the box, and then we can go inside, see if we can maybe track down our special box here, be able to bring it back.
It's this so happens that Tinsel here happened to give us this a fancy little paper.
That as well. That is true. I say the going away party definitely takes that with them. Then we take ourselves over to maybe talk with this good King Greyfell, see if he can help us out. He seems like a decent guy.
Sounds like we can all walk in, and if they question us about the aura, we just tell them we're on official business.
Also, I
You
can't
know,
spell diplomatic apparently.
Nope.
Typos.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's the way he
Diplomatic.
spells it on the paper. I don't know what.
Diplomatic.
They didn't hit spell check. That's all. Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's the plan.
Didn't have it back. Yeah, we'll definitely take that paper. Although something tells me they might recognize that we're not the folks they gave that paper to, guy. Just a thought.
There's no name on it. It's just the bearer of it.
No, but you never
Can
really
you
know.
read Dwarven?
Me? No.
Ah, well, you can trust me on this one, all right?
If you say so. I'll trust you, Corwin. You seem like a decent guy.
Yeah, I've never gotten us into trouble.
Well, could I do an insight check?
Feel free.
Yep. Total bullshitting. Nothing but trouble
Well.
all the time.
Well, I don't see a reason for new friends to lie to one another, so I'll follow your lead, buddy.
But the best of intentions the entire time.
I trust you. Then just give him a big toothy smile.
Have you been here before? Because I can't say
Me?
I've ventured my way towards the capital.
Oof, only in passing. I don't think I've ever actually even been in the city, personally. Have you? You said you grew up around Gnomehold. I figured you might have made it over to the capital once in a
I can't say that I've really had a chance to make my way here before.
Ah, well, new experiences for everybody.
Okay, and at this stage you just hear this large bellowing noise behind you, and then a dwarven gentleman riding a gamir just goes, "Aloy! Aloy!" coming through, and this big, large oxen creature just kind of shoves your horse another 5 feet to the left, almost off the path, and it just barrels
Whoa! Where's the fire, buddy?
through. And he's just not paying attention to you. He's just at a rather quick trot on the back of this creature, and just starts rushing up towards the gate through and past some other people.
How's about that for hospitality?
So, shall we enact this plan of yours?
Yep.
I'm following your lead, Corwin. I trust you.
That was your first mistake.
Trust me, I know.
Yep. Okay. So, who's going up? And who's watching the box?
Guess I'll.
You
Guess
seem
all of
like
us.
the charismatic type. I think you should probably take the lead on this one. But as far as the suggestions go, I say that if anything's brought up about our item, that we keep it on the down low and say that King Greyfell here had tasked us with finding and retrieving an item for him, and that he really doesn't want anyone to know about it. And then we can just sort of flash the paper at him.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Definitely don't want the common folk to know about this thing. Right? Probably
And
for
also-
Greyfells. Sorry, go ahead.
And also to make sure the guards don't spread it on the word too much, you know. It's a lot easier to go unnoticed if we don't have every guard looking over our shoulder to see what we're...
Less eyes, the better.
Exactly.
Nix is, this is all very complicated for her. She's just, I'm going to run up to the guards. Hello, I'd like to get in there, please. I'm visiting your Miss.
Rightio, Sam Miss, you just want to join the line, and we'll get to you just after these folks.
Oh, did I not see a line?
Not so much a line, but there are people coming in and out, and they're getting checked over. There's a couple of guards that have got this other small dwarven gentleman, and is going through his cart, and it just, this guard seems to just work with them. Will search you. shortly.
Does Nix understand cues? He's like, why are all these people in the line? If you just step to the right, you can walk right past them.
Yeah, just push through. You'll get there.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me. But all right, I go back to the group. Yeah, they're definitely checking. If one of them opens that shit up, they're gonna freak the fuck out. So
Yeah, absolutely.
you're probably gonna have to be upfront about this and let them, show them the paper, let them know they cannot look in the box.
Yes, we have important business for King Sigmund Greyfell, and we need to get to him post-haste.
Sigurd Greyfell.
Oh, Sigurd, sorry.
Oh, Sigurd. Something like that. I'm not sure
Sorry.
of the pronunciation of the shit.
Dwarf letters are strange.
Yeah, they're all just
Just
blocks and squares.
King Greyfell.
Hey,
Yeah, King Greyfell.
Nix, give me a perception check, would you? When was the last time you checked on that owlbear? Okay, so who's going up to the door?
Yeah, I'll definitely go.
I'll be right so.
Alright, and is the box with you guys or just back with the others? Sitting with Atlas.
With us.
Yeah, we'll
Alright, so you're
take.
going up with the box. Okay.
Yep, and the decree or the paper.
And they're going just motioning around, waving a hand signals, trying to keep the crowd separated into the individual groups that are checking things before letting them in and out, trying not to get in each other's way. And yeah, if you guys wait there, it probably takes about 15 minutes before one of the groups of guardsmen come around to you. Evening, sir.
Hey, good evening.
Dwarven.
You speak common, yeah?
Of course, sir.
Ah, perfect. How do you do? Good to meet you, Nathaniel Underbright.
So, business in the capital?
Yeah, it's actually paramount business. I don't mean to be a bother. I'm sure you've been checking folks out all day and night here. We have quite urgent business here. It's a bit on the, subtle side as well. We need to get in contact with King Greyfell post-haste. We are on a bit of a very dire situation here. It's kind of important, and we would really need to have the King's ear for this, if you wouldn't mind. We have some official paperage here. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. I'll just unroll the paper here.
It seems like a good way to get your head cut off.
Most likely. But either way, I don't know what else to do.
So he takes a piece of paper from you, unfurls it, looks at it, and you can see him just giving a nod. Yeah. Right. Well, we'll need to cite the seal.
Okie dokie.
Oh shit.
I would like to. Let's see.
I'm just gonna come up along next to the guard here, and then Dwarven say, "We had some complications, and the seal was misplaced. So we're trying to keep this on the down low, so as to not attract too much attention. As I'm sure you're well aware, that we can't be making too much mention of any missing seals about."
Isn't there a seal on the paper?
There's
we
the
need
gold
our
leaf
side of
pressed
the
on
seal.
it, but
Like the ring
obviously
itself.
there's a two-factor authentication with these things. Because, like you mentioned, having just a I am who I say I am, get out of my way thing that's given away would be rather odd.
I could minor illusion.
We
If
don't
you knew
know
what the
it
seal
is,
was and or looked like,
I did look at it.
yeah, you looked at the seal on the paper. You get the impression that he's talking about something completely different.
Lovely. So you told him we misplaced it?
And he is now. You have advantage on charisma checks. Nate has advantage on charisma checks against him. If you want to try and persuade your way through, give it a persuasion
I would like
roll.
to. Yeah, if you really don't mind, we really need to get the King's ear on this one. And yeah, I'll cast Persuade. Very important.
You just see him just looking at you. when he looks back at the paper, and he looks back at you.
Probably has magical stuff protecting. But oh well.
And he looks back at the paper. He folds it up, tucks it in the leather jerkin that he's wearing. So, if you and your friend could just step aside, we just need to get some other people through. And
Absolutely.
when we can, we'll get back to you and sort out this issue.
Sounds good.
Not on any sort of time limit.
No, definitely not. So, anyone could make a distraction. I could slip through. Or how about one of our stealthy fellas?
Well, question, first of all. I'm sorry, this is outside Yimmer's tier.
Yes, at the front.
Okay, so I've definitely had a long rest since I last used all my shit.
Yeah,
3 days.
uncomfortable, but
Travel.
yeah.
You haven't used anything besides your teleport since we had our long rest, I thought.
I used Fey Presence just as a joke against Mahler. But,
Yep. So yeah, you guys, you can have the long rest.
Fey Presence
Thanks.
is short, though, so it doesn't even matter.
sure, yeah.
Well, you've definitely had a short
yeah.
rest anyway.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So. Shit. All right. So yeah. I'll use Fey Presence on this guy as I'm walking past. So really, we have to be going through really freaking fast. If you don't mind, I'm sure you can send one of your guards with us or something, whatever it takes. But we got to. I mean, honestly, look at the seal on this fancy paper. It says things, I'm sure, that are very official. And honestly, you don't want to be pissing off the wrong folks. I did it myself. I got in trouble. And now they told us to get this delivered or else it's going to be our heads.
Of course, I understand. In a tight situation, ma'am. But we need to verify that this seal is indeed lost, and you are, of course, people of note to carry it. And if it all comes back in the clear, you'll be let through, of course, with our sincere apologies as soon as possible. But since I rolled a 15 on my wisdom save, unfortunately, I can't expedite this any quickly.
Sure. This
understand,
is going to get
yeah.
pretty bad. Don't know what to do.
So how is Atlas working through this queue line? Has he gone past us by now at this point, or is he coming up in line? What's going
He was
on?
ahead of you, wasn't he? You can see him getting patted down by the guards at the moment. 2 groups away from you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take the cube and then try and sneak my way over and wait for Atlas to go by and slip it into his bag.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I can get that close.
You son of a bitch!
You could hide.
Okay,
Great.
so
I would suggest stealthing first.
Please say no.
Yeah, that's why I said sneak my way over.
Gotcha.
Atlas specifically distanced himself from a party so he can get in without causing a fuss, and you just decided to say, "Fuck you, you're the drug mule."
Yep.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to mule.
So
I'm
stealth
sneaking
check
it in
from,
his bag without his knowledge.
stealth check from you. Perception check from Atlas. And we'll see what goes on. A 3. Yeah, you managed to sneak up without Atlas seeing you. But as for the others... Yeah, no one yells at you to stop at least. And you sneak up to Atlas, and I need you to do a sleight of hand check. And Atlas, what is your passive perception?
12.
Alright, sleight of hand check versus a 12.
I literally can't fail that. But yeah, I'm waiting for after him to get basically be done with checking his bag, and I'm gonna slip it in before they throw his bag back on him or however the hell this TSR ship.
Yeah, oddly enough, Atlas goes through pretty much fine. He doesn't make any grand gesture about being from the king and so forth, so it doesn't register any alarm bells or further checks. So yeah, he's let through relatively quickly, and then the guards seem to disperse from him, wave him through, and come up to you, being the second in line. And yeah, you palm that off quite deftly. Atlas has not even noticed you're there, let alone loading him up with stuff.
You son of a bitch! What if I get caught?
Don't be dumb.
I mean, you can be honest. You honestly didn't know it was there. You honestly don't know what it is.
Yeah, you'll be rolling persuasion, not deception.
And then you watch as Atlas just walks through the portcullis.
See, that was really easy. I think I overthink things sometimes.
Yeah, I think I do as well. It's all right.
How's that minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
So
Yeah,
Colin,
Meanwhile, you all are going to get executed
Who says anything about execution?
for impersonating a servant of the king.
Possibly.
It's possible the magic never worked.
so
It is.
there's no saving throw on friends, is there?
Let me check actually. No, there isn't. It's just you have it. And
Okay.
then at the end, yeah.
Wait, would my senses be screaming of necromancy?
No. Oddly enough, yeah. You don't get any sense of, detect magic going on. You do get this. There's definitely it's almost like static electricity as you step over the doorway and notice that there are runes carved in the entirety of this portcullis, and even for a good maybe 2 meters across the floor as you enter through, that's just these runic symbols that you don't recognize unless you speak Ancient Dwarven. That little thing, and it almost feels like, that tingle you get when you listen to really good music as you step over it. But beyond that, nothing you know of. And you step inside into Ymir's tier, and it's not nearly as dark and dank as if you look up and you see this gigantic cavern that seems to be carved in the entire heart of this mountain. In the middle of it is this huge stalagmite that seems to descend in a teardrop formation and actually almost touches the ground beneath it. The roof
How
of
much
the
of it
cavern.
do I see before I get tackled by the guards?
Nobody's
Flint
tackled you yet,
box.
we'll put it that way. And the entire
Protects
roof
me.
of this cavern seems to be sparkling, almost like the night sky itself. But you look a little closer and you realize that the whole thing is just studded with gems to make it look like the night sky from within. And in the center is this swirling, rushing river that seems to encircle that giant stalactite formation. And there are water wheels and pumps and stuff that it's just churning through. You can hear the faint echoes of hammers and simple machinery working even from this distance. And around you is just levels and levels of activity and stonework that is quite immaculate in its level of craftsmanship. And you are by far the tallest person in your immediate vicinity.
It's beautiful.
I want to cry.
You'd estimate that the gold worth of the gems on the ceiling would probably be in the billions. Just by the sheer number, like there's a studded gem, probably even from this distance, you'd say it's probably at least the smallest one might be the size of your fist, and there is one for each star in the sky by your rough estimation. So you're thinking billions of gold embedded in this artwork. As for the rest of you guys, Nate, you feel an iron hand just clasped onto your wrist, and that guard you cast friends on has just latched on. And this is like the dude's doing more than just trying to hold you. He's intentionally making it hurt as he just grips on. And you're thinking, man, this dude can grasp the shovel. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely. Wow,
so you
that's
guys-
a hell of a grip you got.
Right, you're coming with me.
Absolutely, sir.
Does Corwin see this happen?
You're getting pat down by guards at the moment yourself. If you want to roll a perception check, we'll put it at a 13.
So Corwin left you. So Corwin left you to get arrested.
No, you don't see the
I
sun.
kind of did it. I kind of did it to myself, anyhow. But
Yeah, stop blaming that shit on Corwin.
no, Corwin did a good job. I felt, as if I was even able to detect him doing that, which I probably didn't. But any case, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
Nick's getting a pass?
Yeah, they're just ignoring you. As they basically just grab him down, and this fella, he's not playing kind whatsoever. He's
No,
digging in
it's
the
fine.
nails, and he's pulling you down so you're walking at a kind of awkward angle. He's not.
Oof.
He's pulling it down far enough so it's awkward for you but
Yeah.
comfortable for him, and he just marches you off to the right-hand trebuchet as there is
Well-
another dozen guards there who are outfitted for battle.
I'll throw over my shoulder just over to the others. Like, remember, miss, just remember our official business. All right, make sure you find the others and let them know we should be getting this all taken care of. Not
Mongrel,
so
I think it's time to roll up a new character.
I am not coming back to this campaign if I have to roll another.
I mean, you got any flying spells for that trebuchet they're about to walk you into?
I actually do. But I am trying not to get myself killed, so let's not.
Maybe they're just trying to exile you. It's the friendly
Oh.
dwarf.
Shit. Verbal somatic. I'm gonna get caught. I have calm
Don't.
emotions.
Just don't.
Alright. You want me to just leave you to your devices?
No, that's
I'll be
kind of like the trademark of this group. We've got simple problem solved
I
by
can
simple
do
solution.
this!
Let's make it worse
No.
every step of the way.
I just see the cogs turning in Nix's head. I'm like, Nix, honey, just go inside. Meet with the others.
Yeah.
Meet with the others.
Good work.
Meet with Atlas and Corwin.
Okay.
They will help.
Cool.
Everything will be fine. And then we'll
Okay.
get those drinks I promised you, okay? I'll
Yep.
give her one.
I got the potions. Don't die. And I run
Perfect. I definitely won't. Everything will be
Uh,
fine.
Especially now the guards have everyone's names that you're allied with.
Okay, so yeah, go on. I mean, short enough either you're patted down and everyone seems to agree. You get asked your business, all the usual custom questions, but eventually you're let through, and depending on where Atlas ran to, you basically just go through the same ordeal as you see the sights as you immediately step through.
Could I have
Alice is still staring at the ceiling.
quick question? Could Tinsel try and hide under his hat?
How big is Tinsel?
He's a sprite,
Pretty tiny.
so he's about the size of your hand at best.
Palm size.
He could probably fit in there if he squinches down.
He's invisible and he has a +8 to stealth.
Go for it if you want.
Yeah, could he just try and get under there and just so Nathaniel has some sort of maybe backup that I might be able to help him out?
Go for it.
Sure,
you
stealth
want.
check from Tinsel with advantage. Okay, so a 15.
Yeah.
I need an animal handling check from you, Nate.
Okay. It's not something I'm very proficient.
He knows Tinsel.
Yeah, but he's invisible.
Alright,
True.
so yeah, Nate, you feel something crawl up the back of your head.
Ooh, what
And
the hell are you doing up there?
how many hit points does Tinsel have?
Fuck. 2.
Okay,
You notice that it is exceptionally dark under that hat.
Oh shit.
Then you hear a very odd sound. It's not so much a growl, it's not so much a chuckle, it's more of like a
A what?
gurgle.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'll go for.
Is Tinsel alive?
and then Tinsel takes 1 point of slashing damage.
Shit.
With my hand that's not currently going numb from this guy's grip, I'll just tip the brim of my hat. It's like, hey, what are you doing up?
Alright,
Yeah,
and then
Brian, please.
Tinsel sneaks under and is now hidden underneath his hat.
Okay.
Alright, so, Nate, You're just taken over,
Yes.
marched across to the side, and just physically sat down in a chair. That's just opposite another set of chairs and the desk where piles of paperwork and stuff are sitting. And you notice that just across from is a rather ornate-looking dagger in a sheath that's just sat at the table. And by this stage, another 3 armed guards come near you. Just level the spears, and they're probably the point of the spears is probably a good 3 feet away from you, but it's quite clear they're just making sure you don't get up and run. And a fella just sort of appears, dressed in white robes, and just steps forward, takes the dagger off the table, unsheaths it, puts the sheath back down, and then walks over to stand in front of you. Says, "You have been found guilty of using magic against the King's Guard. The fine is
Yeah, it's under.
100 gold coins and forfeiture of a vial of blood."
Just one vial?
Just one.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly agreeable with me.
Hold out your hand.
Absolutely, sir. Could I insight check just to make sure he's not bullshitting?
Give it a roll.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Blood magic is totally a thing, and Agon in it.
Well, yes, there is power in blood.
Yeah.
But
Question:
this is not
How
quite
would you measure a vial? How would you measure a vial of blood? Just the
About
typical.
10 mil.
Ow!
So yeah, you hold out your hand, and he just slashes you across the palm with the blade of the dagger. You take 1 point of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then he just grabs your hand, holds it up, and then produces a vial, and just once there's a couple of drips and a bit of spray, fill her up. He stoppers it, marks it down, and then says, "And for the gold?"
Absolutely. 100, you said?
Yes.
Of course. Here you are.
He takes the gold off you, and then he, with gold and vial in hand, he gives a slow bow to the guardsman, and then they step back, go back to their post, and the one that you charmed comes up to you, looks you straight in the eye, doesn't really lean into it because you're sitting down, you're kind of at eye level with him now, and he just says, "I'm watching you."
Well, sir, I'll just kind of lean forward to him. Mind if I make him do a perception check?
Alright. +2. Alright. Well, 21.
I'll just let him look into my ice white bluish eye. So are we. You have a good day.
He steps back, looking a little put off, and he goes, "You know what that's for, right?" And he just gives a wave over in the direction where that robed fellow went.
Sorry, what was that?
"You know what that's for, right?"
What's that, sir?
"We get any hint that you're screwing around, anything like this happens again, mages will just cast a little charm on that there, and they can track you down to the centimetre."
Well, you'll have a hell of a lot of competition if you want to wrestle for my attention, sir. But, yeah, little souvenir for you. I hope you like it.
Watch yourself.
I watch my every step, sir. And I'm not the only one.
So there's no crime for using the seal?
You don't get that back.
That's fine. I understand.
No. And you are dragged forward again, and then
You have
just
a
kind of shoved through the
bandage
door.
or something for my hand here? It's
Yeah.
it's kind of stings a little.
You sort
I
of
wouldn't want
yourself,
to bleed all,
and,
all over
just
your
shoves you through.
immaculate city.
And yeah, you feel the pulsing energy as you walk across the ruins. See the starlight.
Ooh.
I think Atlas and Corwin by this stage are just staring slack-jawed at the ceiling. Corwin's probably
I'm
wondering
just
how he can
measuring
climb it.
the distance. It's like, if I get up on this ledge, and then if I use...
Hey.
Get up.
Hello, guys. Everything's fine, just like I told you it would be.
Yep.
They just needed a little gift from me, is all. Anyhow, so what's the plan? We gonna go see our buddy pal, old friend, Great.
I'm gonna bamf Tinsel from the hat and bring him back.
Do I see that?
You would have felt it.
Teleportation.
Yeah.
What the
There's sudden pressure difference in your hair as your hair just kind of goes, and then that weight on your skull just disappears.
I adjust my hat again. It's like, what the hell? What are you doing up there? Jesus. You've been acting strange all day.
A little bit.
I'll bring Tinsel back, and we're gonna just have a nice little conversation between the two of us. The fuck was that?
Well, I say, something fucking bit me. And he just starts rubbing the back of his head where you see a little trickle of kind of bluish-green blood pulls out from scratch across the back of his skull.
Huh. Weird. Alright, well,
Something bit you.
No, this is just him and me in the
telepathically.
Yeah, that's interesting. It was really dark. I mean, like, really dark.
Something's odd with that dude's head. I say, I reckon we ought to shave him bald. Payback for this, because fucking ow. His hair must be like razor blades.
Tinsel is very much enjoying that. She giggles a little bit and fist bumps Tinsel. You got it.
Alright, so prepare to have your head shaved, Muggle. Yeah.
I will say the DM encouraged it, so it's gonna happen.
Oh, so it's my fault, right.
Well,
speaking
honestly,
I cannot wait for you to try.
He's a sprite. We're very Fae-like. I haven't been doing enough praying.
Yep. Speaking of, Nix, you're the only one outside. You just going through, or are you...
No, first of all, you mentioned something about the owlbear. The last time I saw my owlbear was the last time we took a long rest, because that's when I would be trained. Or short rest, sorry, every night.
Okay.
So, I don't know when that was, but is it missing?
No. Yeah, you go through your usual routine as you start for each night, and bring out your little baby owlbear and go through the training and so forth, and it just seems to be a little bit sluggish and a little bit off on the first night. By the second night, you think it's it doesn't want to do anything. It just kind of moves over and just lies down. And by the third night, it's not moving at all except for a twitching left rear leg.
Oh shit! Before I got to that point, if it was looking sluggish,
actually,
I would have liked.
Yeah. You don't make the connection quite until like the second night, third morning.
Okay.
As you weren't paying too much attention to it with, what was it, 7 for perception or something?
Sure. Then, alright. As part of our travels, I want to break off from the group, go hunt some meat, and see if it'll eat it. Maybe it's past the milk stage.
Alright, you hunt meat enough for it, no problem. Track down another small mammal prey, and it does not eat and has now stopped taking milk.
Shit. Alright, I'm gonna run through Yimmer's Tier and try and find someone to help me with.
Okay, you stopping for a guard check?
Yep, sure. Hurry up. Owlbear's dying.
Okay, yep, you rush through, past the funky runes, run into the back end of the rest of the party who are now devising plans to steal the billions of dollars worth of gold gemstones. And you guys, just to put a scale to this, it's probably a mile away to the nearest gemstone. This is like the entire inside of this mountain seems to have been just carved out. So yeah, it's a big fucking place. So unless you can fly for a day or two, you're not reaching those gems.
But we can still see them from a mile away.
And
Those
it just
things
seems
must
to
be
glitter.
fucking huge.
Yeah,
They're twinkling, and
it twinkles like it's just like looking at the night sky. If you didn't know you just walked into a mountain, you might think it's the night sky, but Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different until you stare at it and realize what's going on.
Interesting. Hey guys, Owlbear's dying. I'll see you later. Tinsel, stay with you. He'll let me know where you go. Goodbye. And I'm just
Owlbear?
Yeah. During that whole thing and on the second night, when he brings up mention of his owlbear, would we overhear any of that, or is he keeping
Sure.
that to himself?
Oh no, I'm taking care of it at the campsite.
Aw, the poor thing.
Alright, so
Well, I
any
hope
ideas
it's
on what you guys
okay.
want to do?
I'm
We
gonna
need to
head
get
to the
the
nearest.
Yeah, Atlas.
So I'm
whatever.
just throwing out a what's the word I'm looking for here?
Hypothesis?
A hypothesis, yeah, as far as the vicinity to the cube might be having some effect.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck away. I gotta get her away from that.
Yeah, because the one thing of note, this cube, I'm not sure if it was the cube's fault, but it did seem to have some sort of I'll call it what's a good word I could use for it? It's,
A radius?
it seemed to really like drain the area of any sort of life. There didn't seem to be much, not even like any sort of bug or insect in the entire tower. While this cube was sitting up there for days till I
Yeah.
came upon it.
See, this is why we need that crystal box.
Well, it was in the crystal box at the time.
Right. We went over that. Do you have the cube? Let's get to Greyfell.
Yep. I'm gonna
What
keep
what
away
about-
from all
What about did you get this this object from anyway? That you brought to Master Idrizu?
I'd like to look around real quick.
We're out in the middle of the fucking woods. This is like day 2 of travel to Ymir.
Yeah,
we're still doing
we're
the travel
retconning
thing.
a bit
Okay,
of things.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, it actually wasn't too far from here, as far as one can get on foot. But it was kind of bordering near Yassam. Just kind of got a pull. I'm a bit of a collector of things myself. I like my odds and bits and bobs and such, and I was just getting. It's like the prickling on the back of my neck made my hair stand on end. It was just something dreadful. It was kind of pulling me to it. Anyway, that shard I pulled right out of the cold dead hands of a necromancer. And let me tell you, he didn't particularly seem like a very adept necromancer. Like, he definitely wasn't undead himself. He wasn't lich loved or anything like that. But Christ's sake, he gave me hell. I can tell you that much. I'll show you the scars at another time if you'd like. But other than that, he was far too powerful than he had any right to be. I barely got out of there with my life. Thankfully, old Ilgarm, he pulled me out as soon as danger started happening, and guess I owed him a bit of a favor after that. But yeah, that shard was bad news. So your master Drazu was the closest guy around that I knew who could probably take care of it. He's got a bit of an interest in the esoteric stuff, and brought it over to him. Tried to get him to take care of it. Do what we can do before we could find a permanent way to get rid of this thing, because it's bad news.
Interesting. Well, I don't know if this object is having any effect on that owlbear, but perhaps it's best if we try and keep the two apart as much as possible from one another.
You need to limit as much physical contact you can have with that thing. Believe.
All right, and back to current.
Alright, so as Nix runs off in a random direction, what do you guys want to do?
Do you have the cube with you?
Yep. Or no, actually, Atlas has it.
Oh, good. Well, we'll go get Atlas then.
Oh, he's
you see
right
where
here.
he went?
Why does Alice have it again?
What might it be? What? How much of that do you hear there?
I'll start patting myself down, trying to figure out where it is.
Again, you keep saying this it thing. What do you think it is that you have?
What did you do to me?
What's going on here?
It's just a game we like to play. I tag him, and then he has to find out where I tagged him. It's a fun little game we play.
I'd like to insight that.
Just assume everything Corwin says is a lie.
Pretty much. Up to you what you want to make of that.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You believe him.
Okay. Well, hey. I like playing games with my friends sometimes too.
Do I find the box?
You will eventually, yeah.
Oh, good. You have the box. Okay. Let's
Can I throw it at Corwin?
Yep. Ranged attack roll.
Hey. No.
I'll let him stop me.
Nah,
I will let
we
him
ain't doing
stop
that,
me.
buddy.
You son of a bitch!
Hold off. Just calm down. We're fine. See, everything's gonna be fine. We
I give it back to Corwin and punch him in the face.
I won't stop that.
Okay. Roll for an attack then.
I guess not.
Little more than a love tap, really. Just kind of a shove, more than a punch. So, nose unbroken.
Okay, you guys done?
He was just tagging back there.
Very good. All right, guys. Let's get to it. Let's see. Not sure. Any of you folks might know where the king might be residing?
That was just a cover story. We weren't actually gonna go see the king.
Well, what are we gonna do? Well, we need to find something. We need to find at least if we can find those official mages, then that would be even better.
That might be a better place to start.
I'm thinking you're probably better at doing this than I am.
Your heart's in it. You just need to think it all the way through.
Yeah, sorry. It's just that shard, man. It's not good.
It's all right. We'll recover the little crystal container there.
Definitely. And then we'll all have a good couple of drinks and just laugh about this whole thing.
So, what did the guards want with you back there?
Oh, them?
Actually, I
they were
didn't even
just-
see that. I forgot.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't see that, so I'm not
Yep.
going to tell you. Anywho,
Don't pollute.
yeah, guess the best place to go. Perhaps we should just find the local mage communes.
Alice just kind of had enough of Corwin's bullshit, and he's just gonna head to a tavern, drink
Meet you
himself
back
into
there,
a
buddy.
stupor. I'll see you later, man.
I'll meet you there soon. Anyway, come on, Corwin. Let's go on an adventure.
All right. Sounds like a wonderful time.
I'll see if I can talk to a passerby. Good day. Nathaniel, nice to meet you. Pardon me, I hope you don't mind if I can just beg a moment of your time.
Alright, legs, what do you want?
That's funny. I'm wondering if, I'm new to these parts, if you can help me, maybe some sort of, magical community or, official guild of such for, like, magic users? Any of those have a hall around here or some?
Well, you looking for some magical items, or you want Like the official stuff.
Official stuff, if that's possible. You know, like the big wigs of magic, like the folks who like kind of have a good solid grip on the whole magic of your government.
Are you wearing anything flammable?
Pat myself down. Well, my jacket's really nice leather, and I'd rather not get it burnt.
Well, just watch yourself. Those mage fellows are a bit fucking iffy, you know. But, yeah, you could try the royal court.
That sounds perfect. Where would that be?
You are new here, aren't you?
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm trying to do my best to get out there.
Alright. You see that big fucking thing of rock in the middle of the whole area?
Hard to miss. Yeah,
That's the one.
that right there.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Can I insight check to make sure he's not just doing a fucking foreigners?
Yeah, give it a roll. Okay. He's definitely on the whole, fuck foreigners and he doesn't like you, but he seems to be giving you a straight answer. He seems
Cool.
honest about that point. But let's just say you didn't make any friends here. You didn't add.
Aw.
He's not adding.
Oh,
you to
should
his
I
Christmas
cast
card list,
friends?
but, yeah.
I'll cast friend. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright.
Thank you kindly, sir. Appreciate it. You have a good day.
He just wanders off, and you hear him mutter under his breath, just say, racial, derogatory things. Calls you Tolly.
Ouch. Scathing.
Yeah.
Oof. How will I recover?
What are the
Alright.
elves called? Slinkies?
Knife ears.
Alright, so you're making your way straight to the pier?
Yeah, I'm definitely going through.
Sorry,
Oh,
where are we headed?
big fucking stone.
No, what's the place called?
The tier,
It's the
the royal court.
yes.
Royal Court?
Mm.
Yes.
I
As,
want to ask that guy a question. Is the Royal Court anywhere near the Royal Armory?
One of them.
There's more than one Royal Armory? Or more than one Royal Court?
Armory boy. You never heard the old saying, don't keep all your eggs in one basket?
I believe I have heard that one.
Why? There's a couple dozen of them scattered about the place.
Alright then. But there's only one court?
We only got one king, don't we?
Shouldn't you keep more of them scattered about just in case?
Tell you what, if someone knocks over that basket, we're all fucking in trouble.
Well, we'll do our part as fellow countrymen and make sure that doesn't happen. Come on, Corwin.
And he just
That
gives you a
ain't-
sneer. Yeah. Damn foreigners.
I
Not that damn foreign.
think he's talking to me, pal.
It was plural.
So, off to the court.
Alright, Nix, what are you doing?
I want to just start asking people around town. Are there any sort of healers or animal tamers? Someone that can help me with exotic beasts of any?
Alright.
Hello.
So, yeah, most of the people you immediately come across just kind of give you a wide berth and ignore you as, crazy lady holding up a fluff ball, begging for help. Just
Yep.
it's kind of a bit off the beaten track for general stranger introductions. So, yeah, you get a bit frustrated immediately. until the fella, you know, just off in the distance, you see a hand raise up and says, "What was that? You wanted some creatures?"
I'm looking for someone who can help me take care of one.
Well, I reckon we got everything you might need over at Newt's Emporium.
What's that?
Pet shop.
Pet shop. Perfect. All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to throw 20 gold out.
In individual coins, that's just gonna scatter.
I don't think she cares.
Yeah, no, I'm just throwing something out.
So you just fucking throw coins at him, and then suddenly the calm sea of people passing by boils as, like, half a second later, someone recognises what's going on, and then they just start scrambling for these coins. And you start, what is it, just a mini little brawl, and then you hear these grunts go, "Oi! Oi!" And a couple of guardsmen start jogging over, trying to calm the little mass riot that you just decided to start up.
Sure.
And so you just go, right, just leaving this.
Yep. I mean, I was just being
throw
nice.
some more coins in because it looks humorous to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll run off to Newt.
No, Newt isn't too hard to find as he's quite near the central entrance. And you see a rather large carved section of the outer wall seems to be relegated to him and his small stables. And you see what is odd, almost deathly pale dwarven gentleman contrasted with the brightest fire engine red hair that you think is at all naturally possible, perhaps even a few shades beyond that, and just boxes and crates of some weird nifty shit, all these cacophonous calls of animals, and just the smell is, you can taste it as you walk in, of just the musky smell of dung and feed and animal body odor.
Finley would have loved this place.
And he just looks at you and says, "Hello, miss. What you in the market for? I'll get you a lovely little lizard. You'd look good with a lizard."
I don't need a lizard. I have something much more important, and I bring out the owlbear. But she's sick. Can you help?
Right, and he just looks a little bit taken aback, and he just kind of pokes it, lifts a leg, gently puts it in the palm of his hands and swaps it back and forth, peels open an eye and gets real up close, like I'm talking millimeters away from it, just stares directly in it. He goes, "That's an owlbear."
No shit. It's a sick owlbear.
"Yeah, it looks fucked. What happened to it?"
I don't know. It was fine, and now it's getting worse.
Right. I'll see what I can do for it. And he just huddles it back over and starts rummaging around in the pouches and stuff, and he pulls out a couple of little berries and starts mushing them up into a thin paste, real gooey sort of oil thing, and just starts dripping a couple on it. Then he opens up a cage, puts the owlbear in it, and closes it, throws the latch back over, and says, "Maggie'll sort him, I reckon."
I don't think he needs to be in the cage. You can take him out of there.
No, you don't want to let Maggie loose.
What?
Maggie.
I'm
What?
sorry. Wait, did I mishear? He took my owlbear and put it in the cage?
Oh, yeah. Well, he fed it some berry juice first and then stuck it in the cage and said,
Yeah.
Maggie will take care of him.
I'm sorry, who's Maggie?
And he just points to the cage that he put the fellow.
Yeah, what's in the cage? What am I seeing? I have dark vision.
Okay, you need a bit of a proper angle on it, but let's see if I've got a mob for it. I do. Okay. If you want to scroll over to the graveyard, Maggie looks a little bit like that.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Fucking cockatrice. I'm gonna reach my hand through the crate and grab my owlbear.
Okay, as you do so, you see this creature that's kind of nuzzled up and is just like nesting over the owlbear and making weird cooing sounds as you reach for
Oh,
them.
wait a minute. It's being nice to it. Okay, then I'll hold.
Wait, I would keep looking at it just to make sure.
Spring Nix, her flaw is that she trusts everyone. So she's uncertain. But if you know what? Can I detect if this animal is hostile to my owlbear?
Animal handling.
That's really good.
Like, yeah, you're getting an immediate impression of like real motherly instincts coming from this thing, and you see the red-headed newt walk up to you and says, "That's Maggie, the sweetest, kindest soul I ever seen. People gave her shit just because of what she is, way she looks and stuff, but that thing there raised 15 different animals, and I mean different animals. She helped look after a Gamir once. She was a fifth of its size, but she didn't let any harm come to him. That's the mother goddess herself, reborn, I'd say."
Aww.
That's really neat, actually.
Nate would be crying if he was here seeing that.
Just don't let her peck you. It's well, you haven't been
sure.
turned to stone.
I get it. Almost. I turned someone else to stone. I blew some dust on them.
Right. Well, she does that sometimes.
Sure, I understand. Yep, I'm aware. All right. Well, wow. Thank you so much, Newt. What do I owe you? I feel like I should pay for some of this.
No, of course not, mate. Animals in need, Newt'll help them. It's no problem.
I
Well,
like Newt.
It's fine, Newt. I think that's great. But let me help keep you open. Help feed the stocks. I'd like to contribute to the.
Well, tell you what, we're all right on that front. But if you want to help me out, I've got some feeding to do at the back room. You good with animals?
Yep, sure I am.
I tell you what, you want to, just come in, see what I've got, help me out, and if something tickles your fancy, we'll see what you're after. But I'm right.
Just you know what? No, I'm not going to roll inside on this guy. Nix trusts everyone right now, unless she has a good reason not to. So, okay, yeah, sure.
All right. Well, just grab that bag of feed there and follow me.
Sure.
And you spend the next, it depends on how much, at least an hour helping him feed the animals, and you realise that, this dude's definitely got the collection. Each animal is well cared for, well fed, and a good number of them would be technically hostile in any other setting, but they seem docile and caring and quite affectionate to him as he races in, feeds them, gives them a scratch and so forth like that.
This guy is a master druid. I love it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's even
We're just really...
you walking around with an owlbear was a bit of an oddity, but this fella's got some. Yeah. Like, if someone decided to let loose these animals, it'd be a fucking disaster. But you even see a small, almost jet black cat with looks like squid tendrils coming out of its shoulders. Just reaches through the bars and snatches a small piece of meat and disappears in it. And as you look in afterwards, it just there's something weird going on there, but you can't focus on it. And just various, it's basically like a playground for any animal lover behind the
Very
scenes.
cool. Are you selling these animals?
It's all gonna pet.
Oh,
It's a
well,
fucking displacer beast. I want it.
Hell yeah.
some. Not generally these ones. They're just, well, I kind of help raise them and then put them back in the wild. You know, people bring me stuff that, you know, the mother's been killed or they find it on the road, stuff like that, and I just, you make sure every little thing has a chance to, you know, make its mark on the world.
This would be a good place to leave the owlbear.
Fuck no. I was just thinking it's
Nix
a
isn't doing
good
that.
place. No, I'm not doing that. Interesting. Well, I'm a new mother myself. Took on the responsibility of caring for the owl bear. Haven't named her yet. Poor thing hatched really early. You know what? If I help you out a little bit more, do you think you can teach me a little bit on what I might need for raising it?
It didn't hatch early.
Okay. I thought it did.
Nah, mate, looking at this, it's alright. It's just crook.
It's just, what? Is that gnomish?
Nah, mate, she's sick. Looks like she's been sick for ages.
Oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, she's a bit small for her size, but, you know, you see here, and he points to the front claws, and he says, now, if they're premature, these aren't actually formed, right? They're just nub. But this guy's got full set of claws on him, so, you know, it was fully right when it hatched, but it's just small. It looks like it hasn't done well. And I tell you what, these eyes aren't right.
What's wrong with the eyes?
You see this swirl in black and green? That's odd. Never seen one before like it. It's usually a nice blue or a straight black. I've even seen one that apparently came with the purple, but this green just looks off.
I think I know what it might be. Well, what would you advise? Could you give me a shopping cart? I'm really good with herbs. If there was anything I could get that might help cure it, make it healthier.
Tell you what, give me a sec. And he just goes out to a pile of bookwork, and you can tell the level of care that he puts into caring for these animals is completely opposite to his level of care for the bookwork, as it's pretty much just piles of stuff and not even neatly arranged. If someone threw a match in here, he'd be fucked, as there's just crap everywhere. He goes, sorry, I just got to scroll through my list to find it. Tell you what. Do you know what a dryad is?
I've heard of them, never seen one. They're kind of hard to find, aren't they?
Yeah, quite mysterious. You might have, forgive me, but yeah, I know you're an elf, so you probably would have heard of one or two. But if you can get me the blood of one of them, just a little bit, I reckon that'll help.
Alright. I have no idea where I'm going to find one of those. They like woods, and we're all in mountains right now.
Yeah, honestly, never heard of one around these parts, and that's why it's so hard to come by, you see, but oh no, there's just a smell coming off this owlbear of yours. Tell you what, you didn't find him in a graveyard or something?
No.
Alright, just never mind, but yeah, that little bit of blood from a dryad, and, you know, ask for it first, don't just take it, because they're angry sons of bitches. But
Sure.
yeah, bring me some of that. Well, I think it might. Well, no guarantees. It's, you know, this is a first for me seeing something like this, but just kind of reminds me of something my grandpappy used to say. He was a big fan of the dryads, but yeah, good for healing, and yeah, there's something else about this thing, but.
What was that about the graveyard?
Yeah, it's just I don't want to make any assumptions on you. I'm sure you've handled this best you could. I mean, the fact that it's alive at all is testament to your motherly instinct. But it's got a scent of death to it.
Does it now?
A little bit. I get around to death a fair bit. You know, not all the animals that come to me can be saved. Not all of my animals are, plant eaters. So but there's just a little something about him. I can't put my finger on it, but something off.
All right. Again, how much longer will you be willing to watch?
Mate, I reckon Maggie will be up in arms if I try to take him away now. So tell you what, as long as you need, we'll have a spot for your little babe. And Maggie will love the company. She's been without something to nest over for about 3 days now, and she gets a little crotchety.
I was really hoping to bond with this. We were doing all right.
Well, you come by
don't want to be away
anytime you
from
want.
it for too.
Tell you what, even after hours, you just give us a knock, Noodle lets you in to sit with it.
All right. Thank you.
And no hostage situation. If you want to walk out with him anytime, I ain't gonna stop you. But I reckon it's best under Maggie's care.
Okay. Listen, I'm a bit of an alchemist myself. If you have the ingredients or any sort of recipe for any sort of healing potion that you were going to do with this dryad blood, I'd appreciate it. I mean, I'll pay for the info if you want. That way, if I do have to leave, I might be able to do it myself.
No, mate, the healing's simple. It's the other. So, I've got a bit of life root here left over. If you bring that dryad sap back to me, I'll show you how to mix up the concoction. But I think this is what the little brother needs.
Okay, I'll work on that. Thanks a lot, Nick. You're pretty great.
Thanks. I like to think I am. And he's just given a nod. Right.
All right. Dryad blood. Gotta find.
This sounds like a job for Adrian.
Da, 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 da.
Well,
All right. I'll be back later tonight. Hopefully. I definitely don't want to spend too much time away. Maybe you and I can chat later. I'd like to know your opinions on what it's going to take to raise her to, adulthood. Any sort of tips and tricks you might have. But for now, I'm going to get back to my friends and work on finding that dryad blood.
alright. I'll be here.
All right. Thank you. I will bamf Tinsel back to me, ask him where everyone is, and then go find them.
Okay. And Atlas, what are you up to?
I am looking to get laid.
You're consistent. I like it.
In what manner? Because like I said, this is a capital city. You can get laid anytime.
Anytime.
It just depends on how many coins you've got in your fist.
I'm looking to persuade someone into bed. I'll head to a tavern and start schmoozing.
Bit harder, but go for it.
Alright. You sit at the tavern, and there's one just about every degree of the turn around this circle. And you plop down, and it's definitely made for dwarves, as the furniture and everything is sturdy enough, but it's only about half the height it needs to be for you to sit at a proper table. So you're more cross-legged with your knees up, sitting down having
like I'm sitting at the kindergartner's table.
Yeah, it's like everyone else is at the parents' table. You get to sit with the kids during Thanksgiving on the plastic chairs. And then, you see, order your drinks, get some fine dwarven ale, let's say a silver coin for good stuff. And then this we'll call her a lady, saddles up, and she is. You definitely tell that she puts a bit of effort into her look. She's definitely got a lot more makeup on than just run-of-the-mill thing. She's squished together the goods to give it a nice ample look to it, and she definitely looks after her figure. And you can just see her just lean across the table and opposite you, looks you up and down, and goes, "Whoa, you're a big one. Tell me, son, is everything in proportion?"
Well, I suppose there's one way to find out.
All right, let's have a look. And she just kind of leans back.
Well, this is interesting.
Atlas gets arrested for indecent exposure.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to do, Atlas?
I'm not going to drop trout.
Maybe you want to get a room for the nice lady.
Tell you what, how about we get a room and we'll show you?
Easy, Stallion, easy. How about you take me out for dinner first?
Sure.
I got something you can snack up.
Please, a bit of civility here.
Who said that?
Yeah, so if you want, you can just have a nice, lovely dinner with the lady. 28 persuasion is impeccable, all things considered, and she has a great time. If you're paying, we'll put it. Well, how much of a extravagant dinner do you want for this? Do you want to smooze her, or are we just talking comfortable meal? Or?
How much to smooth her?
Well, a modest meal is 3 silver per serving. Right, on the other end, the aristocratic meal, which is the 7 course, the good stuff, is 2 gold per person.
I'll pay 2 gold per person.
Alright, so he's laying down the coinage. So, yeah, immediately she tells you that, if you're looking for the good stuff, this isn't the place, and takes you to a couple of levels up, to the fancy district, and points out, and, yeah, she's, you've got her attention the whole way through. It's lovely, lovely chatter. You can't quite shake the feeling that, she's more interested in the experience and the free meal than, lifelong relationships, but neither are you, so it seems compatible. And, just give me another persuasion check. Alright. Little half-dwarven babies it is. Anyway, to avoid getting awkward into too much excessive roleplay, she tells you she's had a lovely night, and would you like to stop in for some coffee?
Yes, please.
Okay, and fade to black. So,
Yeah. Congrats, sir.
How many STDs are in the world of Agon?
I'll need to take lesser restoration next level.
yeah. The pox is definitely present, but they've got more than enough ways to deal with it thanks to magic and the potions. Just seems a little odd that throughout the entire night and morning, Atlas never even asked her name. Alright.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? Nate and Colin?
I guess throughout this whole escapade, we've been making our way to the royal court. Just kind of going right to the front door.
Before we go that far, should we perhaps leave the box in possession of someone else, so as to not take it into any sort of royal area that might be warded or anything of that said nature?
Well, if you got an idea of who to keep it with.
I was hoping perhaps we could find Atlas and he could watch over it for us. Or if not him, then perhaps Nyx.
He seemed pretty keen on being absolutely 100% away from you at all cost because of what you did.
Well, it's fine, then you go ahead and just give it to him then.
Okay, know where he is. We've been We really need to get this going.
I'm sure he's not too far from a bar.
Alright. I'll take it. So, what? We go over there, we tell them we have something that you need to take care of, and we just don't have it?
I didn't think we were giving it to anyone. I thought we were just trying to find the container.
That would be nice. Or,
Like, taking the, necromantic magical item into the midst of the, mage's headquarters.
Don't say the N-word too loud.
Yeah, well, you seemed quite confident in taking it right to them.
I figured they would help. They seemed keen on destroying it.
Do you want it destroyed?
Personally, yeah.
Alright, let's take it to them then.
Alright. Either destroyed or at least sealed up until they figure out a way to get rid of it. But, unless you want to try and steal the box from a bunch of mages.
All my master wanted me to do was to keep the item safe, so if it's
Well,
they'll
that
definitely
box-
be safe with them, but if you think you can trust them.
To be honest, I don't really know who to trust these days. But, it's our best shot. They came there, wanted the box. They are royals. Can't say I care much for them, but, I assume they have the good of the people in their mind.
Sure, there's no reason. It's just put all our cards on the table instead of checking to see perhaps first what they've done with it.
Okay,
If it's
fine.
not sitting on some pedestal being worshipped in an altar right now, then I guess we'll be okay. And if it happens to be, then, well, it's not going to matter a whole lot at that point anymore.
Fine, I'll go find Atlas. So, what are you going to tell the royals?
I figured I'd help you find Atlas, and then I'd let you give it to him. I'll
Okay,
just try and stay out of the way.
Good luck
Let's go
finding
find
Alice
it.
at this point.
Yep, you
Yeah.
go and give it a good shot, but this place is fucking huge. And Atlas, though he does stand out, definitely isn't the only human about the place. And your descriptions and requests for directions fall on deaf ears, because I'd say about this time of the evening, yeah, Atlas is smoozing his lady. So,
well,
barring
I don't really
some
know what else
magical
to
means, you
Whose
won't find
name I will have to get at some point.
in the morning.
Sure,
How
that's
do you like
fucking
your
dinner.
eggs? And who are you?
Alright, let's go. I'll just keep it in my pocket. If they ask about it, I mean, the truth will set us free, I think is the phrase.
Yeah, but you
We'll see.
know,
Waters.
We'll see how far that goes.
set your head free. From
Not
your
so
shoulder.
much in my... Yeah.
Right,
I've
so
had not the greatest luck there with being truthful about things.
Neither am I. This is why we get along so well.
So you make your way around, following the directions from that first fella to head towards the tier,
Yeah.
and you see a couple of signage here and there, which don't make a lot of sense if you don't speak Dwarven, but there's like just common interpretations underneath that just point the way, and you get the sense that it's more of a kind of like touristy sort of ring that you're taking, and you make your way to the back of the tier after a good long walk. Like you don't want to do laps of this thing for fun, and you see a lovingly made stone and wrought steel bridge that seems to extend from one of the levels and connect to the backside of the tier, which has big carved sections out of it and windows, and you can see it. It's like a natural formation of an upside down sort of skyscraper hanging from the roof here. You see a large door with some golden and black coloured guards, and these are dwarves still, but they're bigger than your average dwarf, and though you, Nate, easily overpower them by about a foot or so, you're probably about half the weight of these guys, as they are some fucking brick walls for dwarves, and with giant halberd axes, and they're just standing guard at the gates. Off to the side, you see a small collection of people filing through. As you make your way up to them, you hear a call out from a dwarven lady behind the desk. She goes, Hello and welcome to the tier. How may we assist you in your inquiries today?
Well,
So-
you still want to go through with this plan?
Do you have another idea?
I already gave you my suggestion.
Okay, we couldn't find Atlas, so any other?
If only there was some familiar that was following us around that got vamped back and was being traced to.
Yeah, I mean, you let me know when I find them.
Perception
I mean,
check.
how long
from-
did we spend looking for Atlas?
Alright, I'll give you 2 perception checks. One from Tinsel, one from Nyx. I'll put the DC at 20. Because there's a lot of people around here and it's a big place. Nyx wanders around looking for you as you wander around looking for Atlas, and neither of you have any luck.
Never set a rendezvous point.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. All right, I'm gonna go. I want to find the bulletin board where we would normally find monsters.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them around. There's a large one by the entrance. Each tavern seems to have their own small setup going. Is there anything you're particularly looking for?
I'm gonna go find one with a piece of paper, flip it over to the other side, and draw something. Gonna draw a sprite. Tinsel, can you help? Listen, we need to. You know what? You write. Actually, just write this. I'm gonna put. No, I'm gonna draw a picture of Nyx with her wolf skull cap on. Very iconic. They should know her. So that's gonna be my little mark. It's gonna be relatively big. Tinsel's gonna say, anyone. Seek out this individual if looking for jobs hunting monsters, whatever. And I'm going to pick a tavern that I like. I don't know, whichever one I can find. Get a room, and I guess for as much of my time as I'm looking for them, I'm going to leave breadcrumbs at these boards in case someone looks. I'm just going to leave some notes about where I will be, but instead of saying, hey, I'm here, I'm just going to pretend like I'm someone looking for Monster Hunter.
Okay, so to amuse myself, I drew Nyx's picture.
Where is it?
Da-da-da.
I was hoping Nyx is going to do like a finger, like one of those turkey hand, like outlines,
Gorgeous.
of Tinsel.
All
What's
right.
that?
Yeah, just squishes him up against and just draws over the outline.
Yeah, just do the outline of him.
Is she that stacked? Jesus.
Well, I don't know her own personal interpretation, but I had to make it definitely female. So she's got
Well,
a
you
skirt as well.
succeeded.
So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you sign that up. If looking for monster killing.
Yep.
Anything else?
Draw it nice and big to maybe catch someone's attention if one of my party members happen to walk.
Yep.
Other than that, I can't find him, so I'm just gonna go get a room at a tavern and chill somewhere and hope someone finds me.
Alright. And
At some point, we should all head back to the front gate to see if we spot each other.
Maybe.
or get some sort of telephone. Sending stones or something.
Yeah.
All right, so back to you, you two at the tier.
Okay.
Hey, hello there. I was hoping for some directions, perhaps.
And a good evening to you, sir. Directions where?
Yeah, had a couple points of interest. The what was it? The royal courts, as well as the locations of any royal armories.
Yeah, that would be really handy.
Okay, if you just look over to your right where the large, imposing gentleman is standing, the royal court is behind those doors. Unfortunately, the tours are at 8 a.m. and 13, which is 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. So if you come back earlier in the morning, we might be able to fit you into one of the tour groups to go around and have a look at the inside. As for the armories, the prominent display one is down towards the right. I believe it is about 600 meters or so, and then it's the third drawer on the left. Of course, the material isn't purchasable, but it is prime for viewing as part of the museum pieces.
It's not so much a tour or like a museum that we're seeking here. We have something very unique, something very pressing in order to speak with maybe someone who is a bit on the maybe the royal court themselves. Maybe we can talk to someone there. I think we have something they'd be very, very interested in.
All petitions to the royal court require a prior appointment. I can try and jot you down for the next available slot, which is in 4.5 months.
Well, see, I would totally understand that. I'm sure they're busy folks, but we are a bit of a time crunch. Could there possibly be another way we can get in? And I'll just, as I'm talking, I'll just slowly jingle my coin pouch on my belt.
And just for hypothetical reasons, I would like to remind Sir that we are within 15 feet of some of the royal guards, and ask if there's anything else I can help him with.
Something very, very important. That's all I can really say at this point, and we need to talk to someone very official, if you don't mind.
Just walk up to the royal guards and scream necromancy.
Thank you, sir. Your secrecy in this matter is quite appreciated, but I cannot fit you in any earlier than the 4.5 month deadline.
Well, we tried. Maybe we'll just have to find alternate means of doing some way of getting in communication with.
Walk up to one of the royal guards and scream necromancy.
Or perhaps if we know like a smith that might be working within their confined area, that would be extremely.
I wouldn't know that. I didn't know that conversation. So maybe say something.
Were you not there for that?
No.
Oh.
You were in someone's house, alone, talking to his father.
Well, look, jot us down for 4.5 months there.
Of course, sir. May I have your name and reasons for the petition?
It's quarter one tea leaf, and it is of utmost importance, as my partner here put it.
Of course.
Very, very peculiar artifact.
Utmost importance artifact. Excellent, sir. And is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I believe that will do it for now. I appreciate it.
Done all you could, and thank you.
Of course, sir. Thank you for visiting the tier. If you would just fill out this questionnaire as to your level of service, would be much appreciated. And then she just hands you a little slip of parchment that just says, "How do I rate the friendliness of the staff and your general experience in dealing with the tier bureaucracy?" With a couple of check boxes, 1 to 5. Room for any other comments?
All right. I'll start filling it up. Guess we'll need to find us a room, see what we can do next.
So you said the armory was off this way, right?
Indeed, down round the corner, 600 meters, third door on the left. You'll see the armory exhibit, which will show you the general arms and armour that our troops and guardsmen wear, including a lovely antique set of the Royal Guard outfit that you can see over to your right there. It
Ooh,
is
that
quite
sounds wonderful.
remarkable.
And do they do any live demonstrations of making any of this?
Oh, indeed. Twice on the weekends, there is an actual blacksmithing workshop where they show the formation of various arms and armour, as well as allow certain participants to make their own pieces. It is quite lovely. Quite booked for the next month or two, I believe, but as soon as the spot opens, I fully encourage you to partake in it. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what's the working days for the armory, the other armories?
Well, our craftsmen and soldiers work all day, every day, to ensure the safety of this kingdom and its people.
Oh, it's wonderful. All right then.
Thank you, sir. Good
Did
evening,
she-
and if there's anything else we can help you with, please don't hesitate to ask.
And she gave us a location of all the other armories.
Nope, just the one.
Uh,
Strangely
what
enough,
about
they
my-
don't advertise the location of their stockpiles of weapons to everyone who walks through the door.
Yeah. Where might the other armories be?
I'm sorry, sir. The location of the other armories is a state secret for the security of the kingdom and its people.
Where might I go about then to acquire about some apprenticeship into the armory service?
There are, of course, quite a number of blacksmithing opportunities in the merchant district. If you just head over to there, back towards the front of the entrance into Ymir's here, and ask about. I'm sure a man of your obvious build and talents would be able to find employment in no time.
Like, all right. I'm gonna look over at the bulb survey that he's filling out there.
I hope they don't mind I'm writing this in comment.
Alright.
So, yeah, it was very satisfactory. They were very, very polite and such. Not so accommodating, unfortunately. So, did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, somewhat.
Grand, because I'm shit out of ideas. So we all know what happens when you cast a spell around somebody in this town. And I don't think I have enough gold to cover all of those.
That seems like a very odd system there. You gotta pay gold every time you cast a spell in this.
Certainly seems that way. They don't particularly care for it. Not sure what we can do. We need to find a way to get someone's ear. Someone that we can trust in some sort of capacity here. I don't have much pull in this part of town.
Dream necromancy.
Shh.
Oh, this so happens that my girlfriend's neighbor there wanted me to pass along a message to someone in town here. And
Oh, yeah?
his son seems to be a part of the Royal Armory there. So I was
Oh.
hoping to inquire some about.
That would, yeah. If we can get our foot in the door, maybe someone will finally start listening to us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But seems like they're even pretty booked up, so we'll have to go about finding some way to acquire the locations of these other armories. Or the
Maybe we can talk
least-
to this fellow directly. Do you have his name? Know where he lives? Maybe we can talk to him before he goes to work.
I have his name, but not his location. I'm afraid not there.
Oh, he's royal. Well, he works
Well-
with royalty.
Aye.
maybe someone will know him. Can look him up. You guys got yellow pages?
Well, it'd be the white pages for personals.
True.
Alright, so anything else you guys want to finish up with?
I'm good for now.
I'm good.
Long travels, get a meal.
Yep. Get ourselves a meal and a place to sleep. Come back in the morning, I guess.
Alright, you can find, a modest inn-stay with meal and so forth for 5 silver for the night. And then you guys got to figure out how to meet back up, and then what your next step is along this plan to get rid of the bone shard or contain it again.
I'd recommend probably going back to the tier there. Maybe join one of those tours that are going on. See if we can maybe find somebody, and if not, probably have to cause a little bit of trouble because we can't wait 4 months. Not with this thing standing around with us.
Well, even a tour. Well, actually, I guess technically a tour wouldn't take a month, but
no, yeah, tour we can. Tours are open, but to like actually talk and meet with one of the like official folk, that's going to be a. But
well, the other option was to wait a month, and then we can go on do the live demo of the armory or something like.
I don't want to wait a month with this thing literally sitting in our pocket.
Yep.
And of course, keep in mind, if the group agrees to it, I'm definitely willing to do large time skips where we just kind of jump forward, months or years or decades at a time.
Right.
Pretty sure Nix isn't gonna just chill around here for a month.
Yeah, I don't mind jumping forward for 4.5 months.
I do.
Well, yeah, if the group agrees to it and you just want to progress some time and as a group, well, definitely more than willing to do that. However, with that bone shard in your presence, it's probably not a good idea to wait around too long. Tell you what, how about you just roll it up in a bit of paper, go talk to the tourist information center again, and at the end of it just go, "Oh, I'm sorry, do you have a bin? Can you just throw this away from me?" And then and then just walk away.
Perfect. Yes. I mean, that's great. It only did something like that to a garden that got my previous character killed in, 2 weeks to grow that?
Yep.
Imagine 4 months.
Yeah, but, okay, is there mail in this city?
There is.
Just mail it to someone high up.
That kind of shard just sitting in a paper envelope.
No. We leave it in the iron box. We...
I have an idea.
Priority.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
We walk up to a guard and we ask him, who do we report to about possible necromantic artifacts?
And then you immediately get locked up.
Go for it.
Well, Corwin would if he said it for whatever reason. It just seems to be his thing. But maybe Atlas could try taking the lead on that one.
You go ahead and do that because Nate isn't anywhere around you to say no. Me personally, I'm going to refrain on that.
But anyway, give it some thought.
Yeah, I mean, if we approach them and act like we're giving this potential artifact over to them for safekeeping, I doubt we'll get thrown in jail.
They'll ask, "How did you get this? This is bad." Yada yada. Throw us in. Possibly execution due to the nature of it being necromantic.
You can just give him the story. You came across a necromancer and killed him and took it, and now you need it destroyed.
You could always just throw it in a bank vault somewhere, and then go off and do shit for 4 months and come back.
Okay. Let's go get a safety deposit box.
Always an option.
You want to do that?
I'm saying that's an option. That way we don't have to sneak it back out of this fucking place and back into this fucking place.
Right.
And we can go off and do shit like Chaldean ruins.
And I assume there's no living things in these safety deposit boxes nearby, so unless it animates all the gold and all of the papers and personal effects of people and turns a bunch of undead gold coins to start nipping at people.
Treasure
In
demon.
which case, it will be dealt with on its own. So hurrah!
Alright, well, I'll call it there, and I'll give you guys a week to figure out your next steps, and then, we'll continue on.